Now then, to see if the text Giga title, no video. Oh, photo mode. Cool. Titles on. That looks good. You're becoming live. Sound effects, volume, dialogue, music. We're fine. Huh. Says I have a healthy stream. I have a green light. 480p. I'll take it. I will take it. Let's check out Mixa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, stream health is in yellow. Stream health in the yellow, no bueno. No, no, no. Am I dropping? No, no frame drops yet. I lowered a lot of things. Oh, let's see here. Continue. Here's temple time. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Come here, Gatorade. Be my friend. Oh, yeah. Mmm. Oh, sugary goodness. Some sick armor. It's the sickest of armor. Oh, where is... Not it. Not it. X size, yes please. Did I do it? Did I do it? Where possible, increase the size of the text menu elements for easier reading. Message. What? Oh. Oh. Oh, oh. Alright. Save this. Return to Tears Vault. Oh. Okay. Live scene in my glorious self. Alrighty. Oh. Uh-oh, why does my screen seem out of whack? It's not a big deal, I guess. Nah. Not one iota a dealio that's big. Not at all. Nope, nope, nope. Cool, cool, cool. Here we go. Here we go. Here's temple time. Oh. Neato. Alright. Oh, where do I go? What do I do? I don't know. Is this it? Is this where I am to be? The journey, the black rune. Use the sand bowl. Okay.
Read it.
Death itself I swallow, to spring forth life tomorrow.
Oh, I like that one. I wonder if I wrote it.
Well then. Okay. Nothing to see there. This.
Is that the answer there?
Says Earth.
Swallows death, brings forth life.
Ooh. Okay.
Go.
Yeah. I wish I'd known I was a god in Alphon. I wouldn't have felt so bad about killing so many elves.
Well, I'm not sure that's the lesson.
You've done nothing to regret. The elves forced their affairs upon us.
No, I get it now. We had god things to do, and they were in the way, dragging us into
Fancy.
big problems.
Again, are we just leaving that there?
I mean, just knowing we're gods makes
Whoa.
me feel so much
Whoa.
stronger.
Maybe you feel a little too good right now. With power comes a big choice, lad. You can either serve yourself or put your god
Hanging out playing God of War.
like
Getting back to it.
People really loved him, huh?
Cool.
Aye,
Finished podcast editing.
the one who fought for peace.
I might be back.
Had a reputation
You might
for
be
being
back?
heroic and
I
lawful,
might be back.
using his
Alright.
power and knowledge to stop
might be
wars
back.
rather than
Think
start.
He's playing God of
So
War.
there are good gods.
Once in a
Hello.
million, it's been known to happen. Yes.
I guess I'll stick around now that B comes here.
Oh, I see how it is.
You're playing God of War. The last few people who played God of War
This
have
one mentions
dominated the
places I've
conversation
never
on
heard of.
just God of War.
Seems Tyr really liked to travel.
Not what I. That's not what I'm about here when I play God of War.
Key to preventing
Are you
war
sure?
and chaos.
Yeah,
And he
I'd rather
also
talk
knows
about how bad Psychono is. Yes, let's. No, I don't want to do that. I just did that for an hour and a half yesterday.
guarding it jealously.
fuck.
Tyr was
I need to
open
get off
with
Twitter,
sharing
God
his
damn it.
man and his wisdom.
I told you
For
this.
this,
Just
he
watch the
opens
episode,
the door
B-Com.
to
What'd you do? Get spoiled?
love by bringing
Kokoro.
gifts world over.
Just watch the episode, B-Com.
Oh my god. I don't want to watch the episode now.
Whatever happened
Well, that's
to Tyr?
because you
We
are
continue to
dumb
regard him
and
as a
look
threat to
at
his rule.
the
He
Twitter
suspected
spoilers.
No,
us
it's
of
because
collaborating
who
to aid
did
the
this to
giants
me?
instead
I
of
need to
helping
find
steal
out
the
now.
secrets
You
of
did
the
this
Aesir.
to
It's fucking
B-Com.
Crunchyroll,
Same
isn't
thing
it? No,
accused
it's
me
not.
of, frankly.
It's some
In
asshole
Tyr's case,
that was
I believe
retweeted by an
he was right.
ANN reviewer.
You think Tyr was helping the giants?
He felt responsible
Why do you even
for the
follow
suffering
ANN
visited
reviewers?
upon them by Odin.
Because
I
they're
suspect
smart
he had
people
something to do with helping them cover their
Debatable.
tracks.
who
But-
occasionally don't like things like Draco, unlike my own podcast.
Whatever happened to it, I believe it could only have been
You
done
say that
with
they all
Tyr
gave
and
the first
giants
episode
working
nothing
together.
lower than a 2.
A
Nothing lower than a 2. No one gave it lower
2 out of 3, you mean?
than a 2 out of 5. Not out of 10. 2 out of 5.
No, I've never been in here.
They just thought it was below average.
Blue in here.
The stone! That has to be it!
You can't give a 0 on my anime list, can you?
No, you can't.
No.
Maybe that's not scoring something.
No, better to
not...
score something a 1 than to not score it.
Mhm.
Naturally.
Okay. What is this cracked wall over here? Ah,
Didn't think it would be that easy.
light it.
No,
But you cracked.
was kind of hoping.
Crack.
Deactivate the vault's defenses. What would it take to knock your defenses down? Nothing? Not gonna bite on that one?
I mean, what defenses are we talking about?
I'll leave that up to your imagination.
Mm.
Woo. Alright, Kratos. Tell me where to go, what to do. Read this, boy! Read it! You read it. Such a good child I've raised.
Thought is faster than wind.
Solving problems with our heads rather than
So
our-
Mitsugi apparently hates Megalobox.
Did he bring it up on the podcast today?
Oh, I don't know. I've just been seeing what he's been typing in and tweeting. He has this irrational hatred for it.
What, Mitsugi has an irrational hatred for something? I've never seen that happen before.
No, never. I mean, come on. You're crazy.
How dare you?
But it seems like Megalobox would be something right up his alley, and he still finds a way to hate that.
Yeah, yeah. Like, honestly, at this
Thanks to
point,
Odin,
like...
with good
I don't think he likes anime
Mitsugi
anymore.
likes anything anymore. Yeah, like, anime especially, but maybe anything.
He liked Inuyashiki just because he got to see a lot of people die.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand why, yeah.
Which gives me the impression, oh,
I mean,
play a
if
better
they
game.
need to make an anime about legalizing weed, and then Mitsugi might like it.
Yeah, not happening in Japan anytime soon.
No, he just needs to watch edgy stuff, and then he'll be entertained and think it's a better game. Or it's a better anime. I'm surprised he's not watching Magical Girl Sight. He'll probably think it's amazing watching moe girls die.
Yeah.
No, I think it's too... Not. I don't think that kind of edge would get him. I think he'd be more intrigued by Doreiku, to be honest.
I was gonna say that. That was the obvious answer, though.
It's unfortunately the real answer.
Oh, God. Don't know what to do. Perhaps the axe will solve my problem.
Should play a better game. Like
I almost
Light.
don't remember how to play.
How long has it been since you played this game, man?
Oh my god. The last time I was in chat playing this game.
Oh wow, that was a while.
Yeah. I think a week and a half? Sounds about right. Alright, there doesn't seem to be anything up here for me to worry about. Even though it is a thing. Unless... Hiya! No. That was not the solution. This is not the solution, guys. Nope. Alright. To somewhere else I shall go. I officially dropped Major second.
Oh yeah, I heard
Not
you
that
were
a trap
bored
for
of
the
that.
winds of hell. But where do you think the winds
Yeah, I don't like the main character.
Not to mention that.
All the motivation of the character is essentially gone again.
Terrible.
The kid that got him to play baseball again is moving because
With a little help from Brock.
plot, I guess.
There too? But we'll get
So
back
he
to
can
this
become his rival in the future.
Yeah.
No, they literally gave him the same motivation from the first series. So it's like, why am I bother going to watch this series then? It's the exact same thing. Stupid. It's like watching Boruto. Why am I bothering?
I mean, you are watching Black Clover, so.
Well, Black Clover is a good anime. You just need to admit it and come to my side, and perhaps get Stockholm Syndrome like a true shonen trash fan.
He's too busy with his fucking Hakyu Hoshin Engi Stockholm Syndrome, so he can't.
What the hell is that?
Exactly.
Yeah. I would say I would start yelling, but that would be disruptive to BCom's ears in the stream.
Oh.
To prove my point.
Not liking this Tears Temple thing
So
going on.
I actually care about the one person watching your stream right now.
Oh.
Spoiler, it's
Oh.
me. Actually, I'm not even watching it anymore. Never mind. Spoiler, it's not me.
Jesus.
Alright. Nothing in here. What is this?
BCom, was that awful of me to say?
No, it was good of you. It was good of you. You have the right.
So JD, what does it take to unlock your Megalo box?
Oh, well, first a girl has to talk to me, and then we'll go from there. It's not much.
So you're basically, what is it, the revolving door mentality?
What does that mean?
Just like, we'll just like walk through and walk out kind of thing, just walk in and out, like there's no key to unlock, you just kind of like, whoop, like a sliding door or an automatic door or whatever.
I don't know what you're getting, where you're going with that at all.
BCom, my analogy makes sense.
Hold on, sorry, I was watching the Call Me Maybe version of This Is America again.
Oh god.
I just love how quickly people can fucking ruin a moment.
Yeah.
It's great.
You're awful.
I'm looking for something to throw my axe at, but I haven't found it.
To be fair, I mean, This Is America's already been like fucking memified like crazy.
Yeah.
Here.
But like it was so perfect to just completely undercut it by setting it to like the most like corporate produced audio track of all time.
Oh. Why? Boy not gonna read? I guess he's not.
Boy don't read.
Standing here.
Boy read good.
Can I axe at that? Oh. Oh. Throw my axe at that thing? Nope. That doesn't get destroyed.
Wow, someone took way too much time to sync that up properly.
Yeah, definitely. It's great though. I mean.
Oh my god, it's great and awful all at the same time.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, maybe... Oh, maybe I use... Maybe... Idea. I have an idea.
Oh god. I like this way too much. It's awful, I feel awful.
I mean, yeah, I don't... It's just, you know, I appreciate perfectly dubbed replacement music for like stuff like that. Like, I like it for anime OPs too, but like, this one is just, yeah.
Remember when Attack on Titan went with everything?
Yep. Same with Don't Lose Your Way and stuff, or whatever from Kill la Kill, yeah.
Things burning. It's not what I'm supposed to do.
Something's burning?
I don't understand. Guys? I'm so bad at this game. The puzzles are so easy, and yet not for me. You're so bad at this game. Thank you, BCom.
You had one back in the day. You should take it, boy.
You know, chat interaction.
Might need to butter bread some more on our travels.
Yeah,
BCom,
don't bother saying it to my ears.
What did you say, BCom?
As the chatted back at JD exactly what he was saying out
Why
loud.
won't the things work?
Well, you need to get a Winds of Hell somewhere.
Where?
I don't know, you gotta go look.
I can't find it.
Look up. There you go.
But it didn't do anything when I did it.
No, keep looking up at the middle of that spinning thing. It's where they are.
Oh.
You may have to go up to get them. Though. No, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
Now run!
I'm trying.
Run like the wind!
I ran out. Of course I did.
Well, you have to, like, know which way to go, yeah.
Yeah.
You were so close, too.
Oh, it's just out of reach. It's torture. Give me the wind.
I don't really like this mechanic with the wind. Like, it's a little...
I also forgot the winds were a thing. I thought I was like, okay, is that this ball? How come this thing isn't doing the ball thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the joys of putting too much time in between game sessions.
Yeah. Actually, this whole fucking vault I don't really love.
Oh, it's great. Look, it's just like the second God of War with this stuff.
Yeah.
Spinning blades.
It's too small for father.
And boy, there's like, oh, there's a small passage I can go through.
Careful, brother. Rhea's not here to bring
Oh, look at the axe-looking thing I could fire at. Haha, oh, I missed. How about that? Yay!
How did you miss at that range?
Shut up! Andrew's seen me play this fucking
Really
thing.
impressive. Like, I will say, like, again, like, your ability to miss things by the tiniest amount is incredible.
Atreus, wow. Look at all this treasure we can't nick.
Look at that!
Yeah, I hate that. I always hate that in games when you come upon, like, a huge room filled with treasure. And, it's
you
like,
take
no,
nothing.
The only currency in this game is hack silver. Fuck you.
This is from Egypt. Ah, future gods for me to kill. Mmm. The mead of blood and death. Brings back memories, boy.
It's a nice vintage. I believe it was the year I killed Zeus.
This pot. That's of me!
That's not what I look like!
I don't look like that! My skin is much more pale! Oh my god, he has a pot on his head!
Enough distraction.
Enough distractions of my past.
We are here.
Now that begs the question, how long has Kratos been alive now?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Since he's on, like, cobwebbed pottery.
Yeah.
He doesn't even question. He's just a child. He knows no better.
Boy, it's just like, oh, that was cool.
That was a cool broken pot. God, why'd you break it? Gaw. Gaw!
That's from a great desert land.
Yeah, that's Egypt. So the Egyptians, know of Kratos.
Yes, many.
It's pretty sweet.
This room is pretty interesting.
Not as simple as that.
What is this? Boy! More stuff to destroy.
I just want to call out a previous statement I made.
Okay.
Sorry?
I already know.
I know BCom knows. I wasn't gonna say it. I just wanted to call it out. That is all. The people who needed to know it.
So how are you doing, Andrew?
I'm looking at this documentary
Goodness.
on a penile transplant that's supposed to happen with ED.
So back to God of War.
Penis
thought so.
transplants. That sounds interesting. We should talk about that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to talk about penile transplants. I'm sorry.
You can say
It's
penis.
a Vice video.
It's a Vice video? Damn.
It was a Vice video, that's all.
Okay.
It was all very above board, BCom. Relax.
Well, no, I don't care how above board it is. I'm just not. Nope.
A knife near there just scares the shit out of me.
No, I just don't want a penile transplant.
Things to kill.
Why would you want one?
I mean, I guess, like, I suppose people would need one? Is that what this is for?
Yeah, it's not an actual transplant. Sorry,
my
it's
way.
implant. the help of medium.
Okay, again, yeah, that's dumb.
That's something you'll need in like 50 years. Don't worry.
I won't be using it anymore. Not that I'm using it now.
Damn. I didn't think he would go that.
It's just like honesty. Okay.
Oh my
God,
god.
there's so many fucking nightmares in this room.
15.
Yeah, not a fan.
Just kill them all. So easy.
You can let Boy kill them all for you, pretty much.
Oh yes. Oh yes. No, no. No, no. No, no, puppy. Puppy, no! I said no! Domestic abuse bad! I may have watched something earlier today.
Was it Modern Family?
Oh no! Got the
Oh,
gift
you
of
knocked that guy
strength.
down the. You knocked Timmy down the well.
That's okay. You know, this takes a lot from Doom. Yeah.
Yes, with the
With
I
the
agree.
up close
I mean,
brutality
if
death.
those gave you health back too, then it's like, oh, this is literally just Doom.
Seemed important to you.
It was a rash impulse.
It was a rash impulse to kill all these things.
Wow. That was almost an apology.
That was almost an apology.
Yes, you do.
Let's see. I watched BCom. Have I told you about my Darling and the Franks hate now?
So I'm not caught up on the last 1 or 2 episodes.
But I'm watching the dub, so I'm behind.
Okay.
Naturally.
So you're up to like what, episode 14 or 15?
I watched episode 15.
Okay, so that's where I'm up to, basically.
Yeah, show sucks now.
Yeah, it does. It really does. It has
Yeah.
like I think you've even said like it still has time to kind of go someplace, but like it's wasted so much time at this point. You know, on
You
just
guys have
dumb
no
bullshit.
idea. You haven't even.
And like yeah, everything I'm seeing on Twitter is just like, no, they are not actually going to do anything interesting with the show. I don't know. Pretty dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it, and my literal reaction while watching the episode was, Andrew, I hate plot magic, therefore I hate this show now.
Yeah.
What? Why was my name said?
Well, because
But what was the plot magic in episode 15?
Okay?
the
Complete skip over of everything that happened in episode 14.
Did you hate being a god?
Well, yeah, I
No.
thought that was stupid, but
well, that was stupid, but that wasn't the plot magic. It's more or less now they can like dive into each other's minds willy nilly.
agreed. I thought that was pretty fucking stupid.
That's
Like-
plot magic. That's shit that
Like-
just drives me up a wall because like you didn't even fucking try.
It bothered me because they have piloted before as well together.
Yeah, and yet that never happened.
Yeah, well, so obviously he feels differently about Zero Two now, right? Than he did then when he first piloted with Ichigo. But still, like, she probably could have told, like, oh, he doesn't give a shit about me back then.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of different elements that brings up immediately. And it's not just him and her because they licked, like, he makes sense, I guess, because he licked her blood once when he was a child and they erased memories to get memories back all of a sudden, but that doesn't explain, like, how that how that fails, I guess.
Right.
Like, how did it fail? He can just now activate diving into people's minds just when he feels like it, needs it. And not just her, it's Ichigo. It also happened to her, but she has no background with anything.
Yeah. That's so dumb.
I really didn't. I'm like, yep, this is Macross Delta all over again. Just, they're both your wings. Just choose them both. It's fine.
Passages.
No one's actually gonna die. It's cool.
I can't watch, brother.
Mhm.
Good luck.
I did not die. So, yeah, plot magic. Hate it.
It's dumb. I agree.
I And I thought those saws were
No balls. No balls. Nobody died. No one's gonna die. It's fucking
And, like,
stupid.
I keep saying this, but like none of the mech battles are ever like actually good.
That's right.
Like
The
in this
bringers
show.
of day and night.
Oh, it's a rinse repeat formula over and over again.
Yeah, it's just so boring. Like I don't like. There's
Did Tyr know
they've
that?
never come up against an
Don't
enemy
know.
that's interesting in
Like
any
them
real
well enough
way.
to cover a massive wall
And, like-
though.
Oh,
Like,
but
it'd be
that looks
interesting
like
if
a
they had to
fetus.
Fight like the Nines or something. Like maybe that's what the end of the show will be. They'll fight the Nines. I don't know.
I don't
Like
know.
that would be more fun.
It hardly matters anymore, though. I have a strange feeling. Well, I already saw one like Twitter post that I guess there's sex in another episode or two. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's too late at this point. It doesn't matter what they do anymore.
Don't you enjoy
Right.
it at all? Being a god? On an adventure in some amazing place?
People are gonna like that show regardless of anything at this point.
Everything we've
Pretty
seen.
much. Yeah. I really just think people like 02. I don't think they really like anything else about the show.
They pretend to like the. I say that with the utmost discrepancy, but they pretend they like the world and universe, but there's no building.
Yeah, there is no world. Like it's just one mystery after another. Like they never answer any question in a real fundamental way.
That's why it's
Like,
like, are they gonna
like-
really use the last 9 episodes just to build the world? It's
Nope.
Or,
They,
like,
well, yes, they
answer.
added more questions actually at the end of 17. In 17, they added more questions.
Because like the only questions that they've really answered so far are just like where they were raised in that like facility. Yeah, like so we got some answers there, and then we got to know 02's backstory. But like everything else about the world is just like a complete fucking mystery still. And I feel like
it's probably
bad
gonna be
writing
it's probably
by-
gonna be a stupid like singular line like, we experimented on the thing, and then the whatever they're fucking called,
Klaxosaurs.
Klaxosaurs. Yeah, we experimented on this thing, and Klaxosaurs happened. Oops. Go fix
I
it.
honestly think the last episode will just be Hiro standing in a dark room with every other pilot around him applauding and saying congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you had sex.
Actually, no, yeah, it'll be him having sex with 02, and then everybody else will be clapping and saying congratulations, with Ichigo, like, leading them.
Ichigo's like, yeah, I love him. Can I get in on that?
Like, no, congratulations, I'm happy for you.
No, I'm so
Hiro.
happy for you. I'll give up.
I'm happy for you, Hiro. I'm glad you got to be with your domestic abusive girlfriend.
I mean, like, I don't know how they turned this girl from being okay to being, like, a total bitch to being a total cuck all in, like, the span of, like, 3 episodes. Like, it makes
It was some real character demolition that went on there.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. I was just like,
How am I gonna do this in
why?
10 seconds?
Why?
You don't have to do it in 10 seconds.
What do you mean?
You just gotta think.
And then they waste episode 16, in my opinion.
Well, haven't gotten there yet.
Don't worry, you'll be bored.
I'm sure.
Oh, by the way, you get nothing. They don't really add any questions in episode 16.
I love those I love those lines in episode 15. He's like, "When did I stop asking questions?" And he just kind of goes, "Oh well, I like this chick." That was it.
Yeah.
He asks all the questions that we're asking. He just goes, "Whatever."
So I will give you a hint, JD. You can only reach that top green one from up top where you were.
Oh, why? And then what?
That wasn't a hint. That was basically telling him what to do.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not.
I didn't
'Cause then
want
he
to
has
believe
figure
it.
out what to do from there.
I didn't want to believe it. Oh. Okay, so then I do. Oh. 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 My God.
Clever.
Did it.
Oh, you figured it out. Good
Yeah, immediately.
yeah, it's because it's like right in your face.
I was like, oh, it's right there the whole time. Oh my god.
But I think
D in the Frank.
I'm pretty sure the boy says like, "Oh, smart" when you do that.
Yeah, he went, oh no, it was what's his face, like literal
Mimir.
what's his face. Yeah, he's like, oh, clever.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, man, it's cool. What I unlock?
All right, you're almost done with this fucking place.
Yeah, it's God of War temple type shit, so not a big deal.
The room's stuck. It's lowering.
Oh,
What's going on?
that's a tentacle,
Father!
Tentacles.
and it's
This isn't Animu.
Fine. How do we get
it's
out?
anger. It has anger.
Pull chains on the wall.
Pull the chains
Took your
on the wall.
boar piss tattoo off.
What do I do?
Atreus,
Oh, it did.
focus. You can do this.
Please, honey. I don't know
Oh,
yet.
go back to the witch.
Okay.
Well, you better get this right, JD.
He hunts them.
Uh-oh.
Skull's gold and he chases the sun. For Ragnarok to happen, they have to eat them. These are out of order.
Oh, great. I wasn't paying attention. Moon on the left, sun on the right, Midgard in the middle.
But which bar do I put?
Okay, cool. What, square.
Middle bar.
I pushed square, did I do it? Square again.
The middle.
No! How do I make him move? Square!
The right boy.
You can look left and right.
Oh, that's how I make it move?
Moon left,
No, but
sun
you can
right.
choose where to press square.
No, I can't. So move. Wait. So it was. Oh no, I don't
Kratos is
remember.
Fucking dead as fuck.
I don't remember.
Goodbye, Kratos.
Whatever.
Middle.
You were once a god of war. This is cool because I didn't see what happened because you know I'm smart.
You're horrible.
Wow. Did you just make him kill himself?
Middle quickly.
I get to see all the awesome deaths.
Yeah, I really do want to see what happens.
Wait. Oh, okay, and then I gotta make it go up. Alright. Oh no.
Left boy.
Alright, cool.
Moon, Midgard, sun.
Sun, Moon, Midgard.
Wow, they really give you a lot of time.
I did it backwards, great.
Yeah, I wasn't saying anything, but I was like, I really want to see what happens. Like, man, look how they slowed it down so much.
Father, get up, you're fine. It's cool. Nope, that's
Your
it.
Stupidity killed you, father. And even Atreus is just like, well,
He's like, oh, my dad died. That was cool. Alright.
Atreus, you're supposed to be the smart one, Atreus.
Wait,
Why didn't you
he
do
said
that?
Sun, Moon, Midgard, right?
I forget. Let's see what they
The
said.
wolf eats the moon. The golden eats the sun. Oh. I just need to switch those two.
Right.
Alright.
Gotta get them in order. Moon left, sun right. With Midgard in the middle.
Middle bar.
Oh, why'd you go the other way? Fuck.
Middle bar.
Moon.
Sun on the right.
Cool.
Midgard in the middle.
Oh.
The middle.
That's what I'm supposed to... No. No. Why? Why? Why is it doing that?
The right boy.
Ah.
I think the moon is supposed to be on the left side. I don't remember.
Middle bar.
No, you just said it's supposed to be on the right.
Oh, really?
Moon, Midgard, sun. Moon, Midgard, sun. Think.
What? Silver wolf eats the moon. Oh, moon goes on the left? Wait, what? God damn it. Yep, I died again.
Well, it's a little bit easier this time because if, like, yeah, you know what to do with the moon.
I still don't know how the mechanics work for it though.
Yeah, it's still like it's a little confusing, but you'll get it now.
Do you guys want to hear something hilarious?
As long as it's not about penile implants, yes.
That
Oh.
was like 30 minutes ago, BCom. Get over it.
Alright,
That was
double
not
check.
Not even close.
Silver wolf eats the moon. Alright.
That was like
literally like 8 minutes ago.
that was definitely more than 8 minutes ago. Definitely.
I don't know. JD's died so many times since then, I've lost track of
Get them
time.
in order.
I lost. I only died twice. Dick. What? Oh my god.
Middle bar.
And then what? If I do that?
I'm actually kind of confused, honestly.
Moon on the left, sun on the right. Midgard in the middle.
Right.
That doesn't go down as much as the other one? Why? I keep forgetting. Silver wolf eats the moon. God damn it.
Moon, Midgard sun. Moon,
So then what?
think.
So wait, what's the statement?
Silver wolf eats the moon, but I don't understand how this fucking lever system works here.
Middle bar.
Hold on. What's the total statement?
The what statement?
Like, is there a whole total statement to make?
The middle.
I mean, like, no, JD is, yeah, he has to put the moon on the left, the sun on the right, and, like, the big thing in the middle. But it's
Yeah.
the lever system that he's using is confusing.
Can't you just lower it now?
Just a fine mess.
No,
No.
because he's dead.
They died again. That's 3.
Anyway, do you want to hear the funny story or
Where's
not?
that 4? I don't know.
Okay, so there's these penile implants. I'm just kidding.
Do that first.
Final Fantasy VII Remake will allegedly be released.
Let's
in
do that.
2023.
The first part of it, or all of it at once?
Middle.
Um.
Gotta get them in order. Moon left, sun right. Midgard in
It's 6-2 caps and I want to die.
Left.
Well, we all knew the Caps were going to kick Tampa off, but I'm
There you
sorry.
go,
The
JD.
middle.
the
No, we didn't.
middle. Moon on the left, sun on the right. Midgard in the
Oh
middle.
my god,
I think
what?
they're-
This is what you get for caring about hockey, though. I
The
mean,
middle.
Oh, BCOM, stop.
you should have seen this coming.
Oh, this is so irritating.
They're not sure if this is referring to all the episodes or the first episode.
Pull the right.
Wow. If it's the first episode, that's insanity.
The
You
middle.
know what? If the Caps win, I guess that's alright. They need to get a Stanley Cup.
Moon, Midgard sun.
It's game 1, man.
Point.
It's game 2.
It's game 2, man.
Ooh, I think you're almost there,
The
JD.
middle.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
but-
gonna die before it.
No,
Yeah, but they get-
you might get it.
But Tampa got stepped on twice.
Pull the right.
And I'm
Oh, it
watching
does
the
it
game.
automatic. Alright, fine. It probably helped me out.
Well, can't drown. Guess that's something.
We're not stopping. Wait, what's that big tin?
You're so smart, JD.
No.
Above it.
Don't lie to the poor kid.
You
No.
did it. You did it. You did the thing.
At least I might be At least I might be set up to interview a bunch of WXW wrestlers
You have to stop
Oh,
that
that's-
chance.
for my podcast. That'll be fun.
I do not
Yeah, is it done watching stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, good. No, good. I didn't want to interrupt.
I know what to do.
How goes the hockeys?
It was a very good game today. And then one
A
of
lot
the
of
teams
men
just...
punch each other a lot.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes. Yes. All kinds of fisticuffs.
So who lost to the Caps? All I heard is that the Caps won.
Tampa. It's
Tampa.
curious
It's
to
technically not over yet. But, it's over.
Yeah.
me. I mean, 6-2.
They still need to win 2 more games.
But it saved you.
That doesn't sound pretty over to me.
It will... I mean,
The match is over. Is pretty much
yeah.
what he
The,
meant.
Oh,
this
yeah,
game's
yeah, yeah.
over.
The match is over.
Playoffs. I'm looking at the playoff bracket right now. Let's see. Oh, so it's down to the final 4 right
Yes.
now. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And
who's
if,
the
if
team
you
with-
were to like pick like from the beginning, like oh, like which team is going to make it, like only one of the 4, well, I would say was like heavily favored, and that's the team that's now going to be down 2-0.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
Tampa. Yeah.
Let's go see what Tears got.
Rangers didn't make the playoffs this year?
Nope.
Rangers didn't make the
The
playoffs.
Devils
You
made
act
the
surprised.
What should we do?
Then they got crushed by the Lightning. Okay.
Pretty much.
So wait, Winnipeg and Vegas. Weird.
Yeah, the 2 expansion teams.
Weird. That is so weird.
Yeah.
What was like? How did they do the expansion draft? Were they able to like draft players from other teams?
Yeah, so essentially, I mean, the most basic way is like each team was able to defend like so many players,
Right.
and they essentially got a pick from each team with certain limits of price and what have you.
I'm pretty certain that that was an OP strategy.
Not-
I think we can look back at this point and say that was a little too strong.
Not really, actually. Like, they only got they're no better stack than other teams.
Yeah.
Something about them just
Click.
gelled really well, yeah.
Also,
Like,
wasn't
they
Winnipeg
had
just a
just enough
transfer?
leadership.
Wasn't Winnipeg a transfer though?
Oh, Winnipeg wasn't like an expansion in the same way that
It was a,
Golden Knights, and they've been around for a few years.
yeah, no, the Winnipeg was I think a transfer. I forget which team was moved there.
Atlanta.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Vegas is just like it's a weird expansion because they only added one team in a way, right? Because the last expansion added I think how many, like 12?
Not 12. They usually add a few at a time.
Any weapon.
No, but
2.
the '93 expansion I feel like added a whole bunch of teams.
With only
Oh, I thought that was... I could be wrong. I thought that was like 4 teams, maybe.
I think 2 moved and 2 expanded.
strength of a warrior.
In '93?
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh yeah, it was only 2. My bad.
Yeah, but I think 2 left.
Okay, hold on. It's okay. So from '91 to '93, they added I think 4 or 5 teams. 5 teams.
Yeah.
So in '91, they added the San Jose Sharks. In '92, they added the Senators and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And then in '93, they added the Panthers and
The Ducks.
The Ducks.
Quack.
Oh, Atreus has some gold power?
Then in then they had another somewhat expansion in '98 to 2000. They added '98. They added the Predators, Nashville Predators.
Grendel of the Ashes. Oh. I'm fighting fucking Beowulf over here? Or, fighting... yeah, Grendel of the Ashes. This is like that... Oh god, I forgot how to battle.
So then they added Atlanta in '99, and then they added 2 more teams in 2000.
Oh, I see what's happening.
So yeah,
Oh, screw this.
basically over like 3-year period, they added 10 teams.
Yeah. Well, some of those were like bringing teams back or moving them. But yeah.
No. Actually,
Don't worry, Atlanta lost their team again years later.
Well, no. They mentioned they don't count that. They didn't count Winnipeg as a new team when they were talking about it in this article.
Wow.
And everything. They basically said in '98, '9 they bring Atlanta back, and then it got transferred to Winnipeg in 2011.
But like the Jets like were a thing before, then they left the league. And then when they came over from Atlanta, they re-became the Jets.
I wish the New York Jets would be.
The New York Jets. You want to try that again?
No.
Which weapons, JD? It's the Grendel. There you go.
Yeah, I was pressing left. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
What game are you playing?
Data Boy. I'm playing Data Boy.
Mason, do you have a
Okay.
topic to change the subject?
Anything but penile implants.
DCOM, you're the one who keeps bringing it up.
Look,
You're
once
the
it's
one who
brought
keeps
up
bringing
once,
it up.
it's hard to get off your mind.
I'm turned around.
You keep bringing it up,
Sandal
DCOM.
back up.
Well,
don't know.
because they can't get it up that I keep bringing it up, okay? That's all I'm saying.
I don't know why you're so fixated on it.
Arturus Ring. Destructive slam attack. Ooh.
You did this to me.
So
No,
I was
you-
hanging out in New
but you
Haven,
introduced yourself.
Oh yeah.
BCom, and I just kept on eating. I was supposed to like meet people like at a bar,
Yeah.
and I just kept on putting them off by finding new restaurants to go to.
There's a lot of cool places to go. Did you go back to the ghetto and see like a fucking parade of bikers?
Oh no, I did not. But that was beautiful.
That was a once in a lifetime experience, really.
Yes, riding up on the sidewalks and stuff.
Yeah.
And the guys who like weren't cool enough to have bikes, so they had like quads.
Mm-hmm. But they were still doing wheelies on the quads.
You know it.
That's why not.
You know it.
That was insane.
No, it was fine. The show was alright. I'm sure there's going to be footage of it somewhere.
Oh, cool.
I'm sure it sounds awful.
Excellent. Do you sound awful, or does your band in total sound awful?
Boy.
Well, I couldn't hear anything pretty much when I was playing.
So you probably didn't sound good.
So I have no idea how we sounded. I did like alright, so it is what it is.
You smell that?
No, I don't. What is it? What do you
Sausage
smell?
party.
Sausage party.
Sausage.
Oh, my buns. Oh.
Pretty much.
Oh, pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh, sausage. Oh.
Wouldn't need wine.
So,
Spicy.
Mitsugi, why aren't you really upset that your home team lost to the Washington Capitals tonight?
Because I don't really give a fuck about hockey, and watching the city of Tampa be in pain is sort of a door prize.
Yes. See,
It's like-
I appreciate this attitude.
Because
It's
I
like-
don't give a motherfucker.
It's like when the Heat fans left that game early.
To a journey's end.
It's beautiful.
Oh God, yeah, that was so embarrassing.
Look,
That was
if they're gonna get
so
outscored
joyous.
10-2 in the first two games, let's just call it now.
Is it still
Fuck 'em.
good?
Possibly.
Damn, that's heavy, man.
Well, not that just that they got embarrassed. They got embarrassed at home.
Is Tampa really anybody's home?
Not really. Tampa kind of
Only the snowbirds from the north.
It's just a purgatory that they reside in.
Tampa actually sucks tremendous wang. Not just a little wang, but tremendous wang.
Tremendous Wang's the name of the guy I went to school with.
Is that also the nickname for your penis?
No.
Father,
I went to school with a guy named Fat
why
Wang,
don't you come here?
who's Chinese.
Does it have
That's
to do with the other
impressive.
gods there?
That's a great name.
I'm just kidding. That's not a real name. If you all bought it, that's.
I bought it.
Oh my god, you'd be surprised how actually that is a possibility.
I've seen some pretty crazy names in my time too.
So, I know none of you play Puzzle Dragons except me and Andrew, but they are doing a Yu Yu Hakusho collaboration starting tomorrow, and apparently Yusuke is the most powerful card in Puzzle Dragons.
Oh shit.
Well, good thing I have 70 magic stones.
Yeah, I've been grinding all day, and I'm up to about 30. I am gonna get Yusuke if I have to drop some money to get him. He's so OP, it's like ridiculous.
I think I'm
That's
gonna
awesome.
He's in the SS class all by himself for Japan right now.
So I assume that's something where even though it's like a special collab, like you keep the cards after the event ends, right?
Yeah, exactly. It
Okay.
just means that you can draw. They only appear during these periods. That's all. But you can use them anytime after you can't get them.
Yeah, it's not like you're sinking time and resources for like limited use items.
No.
Nah.
That'd be dumb.
Yeah.
If you look at the voice chat non sequiturs, I uploaded like half the cards from the collaboration, so you can look at them all.
I
Okay.
want me.
That's
I
what
want
those
me.
were.
I want me some Urameshi. I want me some Kurama. I want me some Kuwabara.
Kuwabara actually sucks. It's kind of sad, but I mean, his card looks cool, but he's not powerful at all.
Well, I think that's very.
That's yeah, I was gonna say they nailed
Becom,
it.
would you happen to know at the top of your head what side missions are must-dos?
Go to your missions.
Must do is like they have a good story, or
Yeah.
like must do as in.
I just want the story. I don't give a shit about...
Anything with a blue marker like that, you should do. In my opinion.
Oh, come on. There's like a billion of them.
Yeah, you should do all of them. There's really not that many, honestly.
I was
And
gonna
they'll just
say,
make you more powerful for endgame.
yeah, I didn't think any side mission really had like a big story revelation.
But they didn't feel like side missions to me. They all felt like
No.
they added
Well,
a lot.
especially because like while you were doing them, you just heard stories about the world, which was enough of a reason to do them.
I mean, like, you could probably go to endgame right now if you want and just do the side missions afterwards, but it's up to you. You'll just be less powerful than you would have been otherwise. That's about it.
I mean, that's essentially what I'm doing right now, is just cleaning up the world after finishing the game.
Yeah.
And it's only because those were side missions that I couldn't find how to get back to.
Kuwabara's card looks pretty cool, though.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Puzzle Dragons' art is like unrivaled. I mean, the art on the cards.
Alright, no big deal then. I won't worry about it.
5,000 cards now.
Oh, 5,000? Holy crap.
5,000 of them.
Jeez.
I mean, I would say the art doesn't like compare to like actual like physical like Magic the Gathering art, but for a phone game it's pretty sick.
That's pretty good.
Well, Magic the Gathering's art is kind of on a different class.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying, but
It's definitely
Yeah,
better
this-
than Fate Grand Order's art, I'll tell you that.
What?
No,
Wait, what?
I may have kept
Moses is like, don't you dare insult.
You can insult Big Grand Order. It's not a perfect game. It's not very kind.
Wait a minute.
Look, it's just not in the same class as Girls Frontline, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Which I need to continue to fucking level my team. Ugh.
Yeah, this game is weirdly fun to play for some weird reason.
Yeah.
well, is the actual gameplay fun, or is it just?
It's kind of fun? I don't know.
It's like addicting to like grind up like your team, like do something
You
really
enjoy
hard.
the time you spend playing it. That's
No.
essentially. Does it come down to that?
Like I've been enjoying the grind of it, sort of, and I enjoy how stupid the premise is.
Yeah.
And I enjoy how cute my like I don't know MP9 is or M9 is. I don't know. It's really stupid.
Oh, what if we get to Jotunheim?
How come you never played Puzzle Dragons?
Makes little difference.
I did play it for a little bit, and then it just didn't hook me for whatever reason. I don't know. I felt like I was like kind of far behind everybody else, and there was just like a lot in that game to understand. And for some reason, like games like Fate Grand Order were easier to pick up and like go. But I don't know. I might try it again at some point.
They've made it a lot. I don't know how long it's been since you tried it, but they've made it a lot easier now. Like,
Oh, it's like a year since I tried it, so yeah.
I mean, they've really been like giving out the power-ups, like you know, willy-nilly and shit. They've made it a lot easier.
Your brother is
Huh,
as
well, that's
talented as
good.
It used to be a really tough game. It would take like a year to not suck at it. But nowadays, it's like it takes like a week and you're decent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Ryuichi Shigaki basically started playing not too long ago, and he's doing pretty decently for himself.
Oh, wow.
Probably actually a month ago at most.
I just got a star 44.
That list of production time it ruined the gacha for me.
I've decided to just not look at it.
I'm like, shit. It's only 2 stars. Oh well.
That was jarring. Grace just went through puberty or some shit just now.
What I can't, man, I need to figure out like what I can get rid of because my T-dolls keep filling up to like 100.
Really? Do you enhance your T-dolls?
I
They
will
don't
do
get
that
they don't get stronger if you don't enhance them, you know.
Oh no, I've been enhancing them. It's just like, like there's.
Because
I've been
they
keeping
say
like
it at
extra
like 60.
copies of like everything, like assuming I'm gonna dummy link them. But I guess I need to just start deleting some stuff. Like
Yeah, I just clear off all the 2 stars because I'm gonna get them anyway again.
yeah, I
3
guess-
stars, I clear off every single one I'm not gonna use because like if I'm not gonna use them, there's no point in keeping them around, right?
Yeah.
Give me
Okay. I'm gonna go through.
Please?
And then get rid of all the 4 stars that are like bad.
Yeah.
Legendary trust armor.
If you ever get a Thompson, you can probably burn her too because she's pretty bad.
Get a what? Sorry.
A Thompson?
Oh, I haven't gotten there yet. Okay.
She's like a 5 star, but she's like SMG that has bad dodge.
How is AK-47? Is she good?
She's bad because her buff tile's in the wrong place. It's below her, and you shouldn't be putting the SMG in the back line or the assault rifle in the front line. So.
Yeah, that's not great. All right, I'm burning all of these.
I feel kind of bad though, because they're like cute designs. I'm like, oh.
Die, all of you.
It's why I kept one copy of MP5 because I'm like, I feel bad burning this little girl. I burned her the other copy though because she's just bad. But
yeah.
if it comes to it, I'll burn the original too.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that there. I think I need to expand my freaking capacity though at some point because this is just getting ridiculous. Alright, I think I can burn both of you.
Oh, pretty much have all here.
Everyone recommends that you expand the echelons first. So you can have like 4 people doing the logistics and then you play with 1 or 2.
Right.
I need cores so bad.
Yeah, that is like the limiting factor right now for most of the game.
And it's not even like you can be like, buy the cores. Like, you can buy resources to craft, but that's like for like super whales.
Yeah.
Apparently later on cores are not a problem, because there's like maps that will drop like 20% chance of dropping a 3-star from each node.
Oh, and then you can just burn them for cores, yeah. That's pretty awesome.
That's like way later though, it's like chapter 10 or something.
Okay, let's level my main squad a bunch.
Type 97 looks like that's in there. Because she's got black hair and twin tails.
I haven't gotten one of her yet.
She's a 5-star, so it's hard to get.
The really cute one that a bunch of my friends have and keep like posting pictures of is like Suomi, who I don't have.
Let me see.
Ooh, got a best dressed trophy.
225.
Hey, there you go. You completed an armor set.
She's like the blonde princess type, yeah.
You're the best dressed, JD. Yeah, she's like a little princess.
Dude, you know it.
I want WA 2000 though.
I have one, I think.
Really? I thought you had I thought you have NTW 20.
I have her too. I have both.
Damn. Wow. Something that's good luck. I just get a lot of 4-stars. I need UMP 45 though. I already have UMP 9.
I have both.
Oh damn.
It's just I have to level like everything. Like it's such a bitch. Like so I'm trying to get. I'm just trying to get through the story right now. So I'm just focusing on leveling this one team at this point.
I slowed down production because like I can't support like crafting this often because I'm like let's craft 10 times. I'm like oh shit, I have nothing left to work with.
Yeah.
And I'm like wait, now I can't play the game at all anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been leveling like the anti-rain team, like
yeah,
like on them. But like the thing is that annoying about that is that you can't dummy core them until you get a bunch of freaking cores.
Yep, that's why I have been burning a lot of people because I need to level them up. I was thinking, I have M4A1 at ×3. I'm probably gonna do AR-15 next.
Trophy earned the best moves.
Oh, I don't have AR-15 yet.
Really? Okay. I'm like way further than you are in the story. I finished 4
real quick, Mitz. That
I'm about to get lit.
That piano thing sounds fine. You might not want to put the camera like on the keys though, because I feel like
I have nowhere else to put it.
Okay, because I was like, I feel like we hear the sometimes more than the keys, but look, sounds good otherwise.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, like I don't think keyboards like this were really meant to have people playing Baba Yaga on them.
Also probably true.
Yeah, probably.
But if it was like on a table like right next to it.
I'm looking at buying a
Like a standard mount?
Production
Right
one
now,
is
like a real
done. It's
piano?
2-star, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be
it's
cool.
2-star.
Yeah. I'm sure that piece will sound a lot better after another 2 months. That's like a 4-month project.
Why is this game in that corner?
But I appreciate the compliment and the suggestion.
No, you probably know, but like you said, it's just a quick little an update.
So I hear you talking, but you have a mute symbol next to your name on my screen. I don't know why that is. Weird.
Oh, that is kind of weird.
But now it doesn't have a mute symbol, so I assume I'm not going to be able to hear you.
Breaking the system.
Mundus, where's the best place to farm for a team that's like 45?
Hey Neil, what's up, Mr.
4-3-E.
Not enough.
But I still haven't unlocked 4-3.
Yeah, so get to work.
Get good.
But like, no, I need to get stronger. So I'm just doing combat sims. I guess that's what I should.
You can do 3-5, but like it's okay.
Yeah.
Let's do 3-5 until you're like about level 40 and have like pretty enhanced units, and then you drag them off to clear 4-6 as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you can just set 4-3 into like level 70, so you're free until then.
All right.
What up?
Yo. Why is Dark Souls coming out Memorial Day weekend?
Right. 3 more minutes until the
Beautiful.
is done.
Because you didn't have anything else to do that weekend, clearly.
Goddamn right.
I mean, for me, I've already beaten those games, so...
But the remastered edition is gonna look so much better.
See, I'm not that concerned with, like, looks enough to go and play it.
Yeah. I'm only getting it because I don't own the first one already. And I feel like that's such a good game to return to. So
yeah, I own all of them, so... And I beat all of them.
I never had a PS3. So...
Man, they're such long games.
So this is my chance to get the first one.
Nice. Dark Souls was on the 360.
Well, why would I have that? Why would I buy a Microsoft gaming system?
Oh, a man of my flavor.
I didn't own a PlayStation.
I'm a strictly Sony even number console boy.
Wow, you missed out on the PlayStation 3. That sucks.
Not really.
Not really.
PlayStation 3 got super good towards the end, which is when I bought it.
PlayStation 3 has like a 25,000 game library.
Yeah.
Yes, 25,000 games. When am I going to have time to play all 25,000 of them?
I mean, you can say that about literally any console known to mankind.
Exactly. So why should library size matter if after it's a certain number?
My point is that there's a shitload of good games on the PlayStation 3 that you'll miss out on if you don't ever play them.
A lot of them have been already ported over to PS4.
Well,
like a lot of the good ones.
Or coming to the Switch.
Also, the PlayStation 2 has just shy of double the amount of games as the PS3.
So
that's probably true.
I mean, according to Wikipedia, and this is just games released on disc, which I guess does give PS2 an advantage because like PS3 was when like some digital only games came out, but you have PS3 had about 1,400 games, and the PlayStation 2 had about 2,500 games.
Damn.
So.
I mean, they were making that console up until about a year or two ago.
If they wanted me to buy a PlayStation 3, they would have released Kingdom Hearts for that.
That is very true.
It's kind of weird how they released a bunch of Kingdom Hearts.
I did not hear that statement. What did you
They
say?
released a
Dave?
bunch of Kingdom Hearts quote-unquote games on the PS3.
Well, yeah,
None
they
of them
did the
were Kingdom Hearts
remaster
3.
series. Yeah, exactly. And even then, all those got re-released on the PS4. No, I definitely have a very small, like, gaming system history. Like, I've played all the other systems, but, like, as far as things I've owned...
Yeah, I just wanted to share.
No, it's a fair point.
Let me do. Bye.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to you. Oh shit!
It's hilarious.
Damn,
Which way up?
that was savage.
Got him. Yeah, but I did have the best handheld of all time, which is the, we all know, I don't even have to say it, the Game Boy SP.
Okay there, buddy.
Oh, look out.
Wait a shit ton of people in here. Holy.
Oh my goodness, this is my nightmare.
What is that horrible noise?
What the hell?
12 people in here.
No.
Yeet. Too many damn people in this chat.
Too many fucking people.
Time for a party.
Well, now that Cat's arrived, I guess I can leave now. Bye,
Alright, bye, bitch. Andrew. Bye, bitch. If you want to be that
Become.
way, go. Andrew.
Damn, she like Bobby.
Andrew.
Sorry, what?
Bitches, what?
I didn't hear Sue because everyone else was being loud. What did you say, Sue?
Oh, what's
You
up,
know
JD?
what? Nothing.
Look at the
Never
stream and
mind.
how many people
Just
are on there.
That looks amazing.
Ribs.
We don't need you. We don't need you, Andrew. You can go.
Just lay the pipe.
Alright.
The only thing that can be posted at this time.
I just scrolled down and saw how many people are actually in this chat. Holy shit.
12 people, holy.
Damn.
Why would you bring this back up? No, not you, my friend.
Is this some kind of a record right now?
Probably not, honestly. I've been in a more crowded chat in here.
The funny thing is that this Discord has like 500 people on it now, but only like 14 of us talk.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's typical for Discord.
That
It's
is
really sad,
honestly
though.
very typical for Discord.
Yeah.
You also have like 50 people in Australia, so, you know.
What? No, I'm in Villain, so that's faster than
I swear to God, my friend needs to stop meeting me.
It's 3 PM here and like 1 PM in Australia.
Look at this shit.
Can anybody explain to me why
this
the
is the
Xbox
squad.
even exists anymore?
Oh, I love that smile.
You're not wrong.
I mean, they have been in pretty big trouble for a while now. I don't know.
Well, actually, they've been in trouble since the beginning.
Yeah, that's also true.
Well, yeah,
Remember,
they were coming out ahead on the market was because they got them online and their system running.
well, that and they were melded in with the mobile division, which was making way more money for Microsoft.
Right.
I mean, are we actually honoring my troll comment that I made?
We always
not
do.
Really, that's not much of a hot take as you think it is.
It's not really a hot take. Microsoft's been getting their ass literally handed to them for about 2 years now.
Is that supposed to be a hot take?
Yeah, especially this console generation.
I mean, it's a fact actually. If you look at VG charts and look at like the market share for the year, they've got like a 10% market share. Got it.
Hey,
Dude, just PlayStation and Nintendo in there.
Is there just
They're
like
not
a cheat
even. They're not
guide
even.
for how to
They're not even
S-clear
putting.
everything?
They're barely
There's
putting
a
Xbox
website that I've
even
been
on the
using.
chart
I'll send
anymore.
it to you.
Good.
Alright, well, I gotta run, guys. Have a good one.
Hi, Andrew.
Actually, as well as the Switch
Are
is
y'all
doing,
talking about Bang Dream?
No.
as far as the
Well,
Switch,
it
It's
needs
something
to be.
better. It's better.
RCG2 and Phantom of the Face.
actually, if you look at the chart, even the Switch is getting its ass whooped.
Yeah, comparatively. Yeah.
Well, it's just PS4 rules the world.
On a per month basis, the Switch is actually doing the best, I believe.
No, it's
in
not.
sales.
I just showed you a year-to-date chart and non sequiturs, and it's not even close.
Well, the Switch just came out
We
last
all
year.
know who the we all know who the fanboy on here is now.
No, the Switch just came out last year. Is it not? Is it on a per console basis per month selling just as well?
It's year to date. This year, year to date means this year to date.
Okay.
Do not fuck with the data analyst.
I wonder when this data was taken, because I wonder if it was like after God of War.
I don't
God of
care
War would
about
probably
any
do a
of
lot
that.
for that.
You fucking console commoner.
That's very true.
I was about to say, like, why is the DS at 91%? That's less than the PS4, and I realized it was handheld specifically.
Damn, Xbox One is
on the same
fucking
chart for some
wrecked.
reason.
Oh
Why
yeah.
are you posting pictures of Yu Yu Hakusho with all of your faces in it? What's happening?
No, I just said my friend, like, will never stop memeing us. Like, earlier today, he put my face on Thanos.
Nice. What the hell?
Like the thick Thanos, or just regular Thanos?
Regular
Thick
Thanos.
Thanos.
And he was just like, with a snap of my fingers, small anime titties are gone.
Nobody likes small titties. You know how you'll be watching a hentai and like two of the characters will be like have giant breasts and one of them will be like flat. You know they put the flat girl in there because like there's some small proportion of people that wants the flat girl, but I'm like, who the fuck is this person? I have never met such a person.
A small proportion?
Never. I have never. Oh, it's like you like breasts? No, I hate them. Cut them off.
Some people just don't want black guys with all that stuff flopping around.
Like, I'll be honest. Isn't like 90% of hentai like mega tits? That's the problem. I want the normal booty.
I mean, most hentai is like, I'd say D-cups, C-cups, D-cups.
C-cups are cute, but I don't see C-cups. Maybe it's just the top ones all like
What is it with guys and tits? Seriously. I know. I'm sitting here like, do you think we grew them like so? You think we're like, we have to pick what size of boobs we want to grow on our chest? Like, I don't know. It's grew there. How really did, right?
Yeah, but they're not real women.
Girls and muscles. Girls have hair.
A lot of women
not
actually
real
are very,
women.
very concerned about the size of their breasts, so...
Well, I mean, they can be concerned about it, but they can't like do anything about it unless they want to get surgery.
That was one of those like sexist comments that like, you know what, us men, we're just not gonna let you get away with it anymore. That was double standard bullshit.
Nice.
My complaint was it always seems to be like unrealistic.
Well, you know, it's also not realistic to watch a girl getting fucked by an ogre with a 3-foot-long dick. You know?
Sorry, I admit I'm only like up to episode 3 of the hentai cast, so please.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. 50 episodes to go or something crazy.
If certain groups of ladies want to be outraged by sexual things, they need look no further than hentai, because it is.
I mean, is anyone getting outraged about? I guess there always are people getting outraged.
None of you are outraged, but like the general United States is like they like about 30% of the United States like combs through shit online and in media and just sits there and bitches on Twitter all fucking day. That's exactly what people do. Like,
the glory of social media.
Well, do you think that's just like people who really enjoy getting angry? Like getting angry is a habit, like a hobby.
Like, my hobby is bitching about politics.
Yeah.
It's also proven. It's also proven that things that make you angry are gonna get retweeted more. So it's just how people work. They get
but most of these people are like mouth breathers with 5 Twitter followers. Like, no one gives a fuck. And let me be clear, I hate these people. If your hobby is sitting on Twitter so you can bitch about a sitcom, I want you to fucking go jump off a cliff.
But Brooklyn Nine-Nine was very important to 3 people.
And I'm just saying what like a lot of people think, but don't have the balls to say it. So,
I mean,
I just
It's probably also because they don't care enough to say it.
I mean, I think Eminem put it best.
Right. We are a threat. Because we know what they are.
Was it? Nobody wants
You don't got the balls to beef, Mitsuki.
I just spit it, and whether you like to admit it, I just spit it better than 90% of you rappers out there.
And they're gonna be
Oh
sorry.
god.
You're not spitting anything though.
I'm talking shit about all these fucking bitches.
That is not what that line is about!
I'm just saying the things that people want to say, but they don't have the balls to say it.
But that's not what that line is about. You're just taking a line and like putting it out there in nowhere land.
I think I remember the song rather well.
You know, it's not as if that line didn't just mean, you know what, I'm a better rapper than most of the people out here.
That entire section of that song is just about Eminem fucking being popular because he says shit on his songs that other people don't have the balls to say. That's all he's talking about. And you know what? As an artistic medium, I'll interpret that fucking song however I want. That goddamn song can be about unicorns and gumdrops if I want.
Death of the author.
Oh my gosh.
But we're gone.
Y'all, how did we get here?
I'm here. That's how we got here.
Okay. You know, and why do I feel like that's an explanation, like 99% of the time I ask that question in voice chats?
Shit.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. What are you doing? Oh, you're a good girl. Come on, eat your food. Go ahead. Cone. Alright, if my dog does not eat for several days in a row, like I have to make her eat something. It's not fun. Like, I'd prefer not to do that. You always talk about your dog and like all the shit like that she does, and I'm like, oh my god. How do you put up with that?
Why do you deal with this?
I don't.
I mean, because I have her now. Like, I can't take her back. I love her. So even if she's a little bitch, I still have to deal with it.
Enjoy your practice, baby.
Pretty much.
Watch your tone, boy.
This is why I cat.
Whatever. Cats are much less work, I will admit.
Cats are like, do the fleas once a fortnight, give them food, and, I don't know, a cat flap. Done! They somehow find water on their own, I don't even know how it works.
That was a cool scene, Beacon.
Oh, I wasn't watching for a second. I'll go back.
It's where Atreus like sticks a knife in Modir's neck.
Oh yeah.
Right after he tells him that he did his son.
Let's not spoil it for some people. But yes, it was a cool scene. And the start of my least favorite part of the game.
Oh boy. Alright.
Ironically.
Is this what I've been hearing about puberty Atreus?
Yes.
Is anybody...
I'm playing God of War right now, asshole.
I've been watching a Let's Play of all 3 God of Wars for the last, like, 5 days. They're so long!
They are really long.
Is anybody up to date on Megalobox?
Yeah.
No,
yes.
Unfortunately.
Do you or do you not just have the premonition that animation is shit and be fucking terrible by the end of it?
I think it's doing exactly what it wants to do, and set out to do, which is just to be an anniversary project for Ashita no Joe.
I mean,
nothing more.
That's sort of not answering the question.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna do what it's been doing from now on. I don't think it's gonna shit the bed.
It is gonna shit the bed. They promised this fucking big ass fight at the beginning of the show between Yuri and and Joe, and they're on episode 7, and they're not even fucking close to that fight happening, which means that they're gonna give you maybe a 1-episode fight, which I don't really think is good enough.
Hey, you never know. I mean, a place for the universe, a show about going to Antarctica. spent a long time on the show not in Antarctica.
Yeah, but that's about a journey though.
I know, but I'm saying it's not about the fight. It's about the journey to the fight.
Megalobox's creators have no idea how to depict compelling, like, boxing action either. Like, those fights are boring.
Well, they're not terrible, but they're not like the best fights I've ever seen either. It's just average.
I mean, like,
Average is a good way I'd put it as well.
I mean, it's like Joe gets punched in the face by some guy with like robot arms 300 times, doesn't get knocked out, and then he punches the other guy.
His head doesn't fly off. That's what really amazed me. I was like, wow, his head's still attached to his body.
What amazes me is that he can take 300 punches from robot, from like, you know, mech warrior arms, and then like he fucking punches them once and they're KO. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
That's like elemental arms. Let's not be silly. Makes them way bigger.
I don't know. It's turning out to really make me sad.
I mean, it's still gonna be better than most of the stuff we've been seeing.
I mean,
it's just not gonna be the amazingness that we thought it was gonna be at the beginning.
I just thought episode 5 and 6 were really kind of shitty, and they didn't even finish the fucking fight in episode 6. We went through 2 episodes of that bullshit for that. I'm not gonna spoil it, but not satisfying.
This is why I don't watch sports shows.
It did take that more like serious feel though, which was kind of I think good for character building and whatnot and storyline.
There's just not enough time.
Yeah, they just don't have enough time. That's the exact point. Like,
Well, I was saying earlier that I feel like I should have made it a 26-episode anime, and then maybe they could have done some of the shit they obviously wanted to do.
Yeah, but that's not what they're doing. It's just an anniversary project, and that's all it's going to be, and that's the problem.
But they could have made it better, and they should have made it better.
Just because it's an anniversary project doesn't mean that I excuse it for promising something it won't deliver on.
No, I agree. I agree with you, but in the sense of what they're doing and how much time they have, it's a shame. It's a real shame. But that's all it's going to be.
After watching 6 episodes of both shows, I'm enjoying Gura Zeni more than Megalobox.
Ooh.
Occasionally, Gura Zeni confuses me because I'm not as familiar with baseball rules as some people. So like I know the basics, but some of the very technical parts of it I get confused on. But I still really like Gura Zeni. I don't know. I just sometimes have to have BCom explain to me what the heck happened that I didn't understand just then.
Well, that's a show that's getting into like the business of baseball, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's doing what it's doing. I think it's doing that fairly well. You know, it's not all accurate, but...
Well, I like the new take of it, right? Because we've never had a sports anime just about like the average professional player.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's super interesting, and I really like the main character, Bonda or whatever his name is. He's really kind of a cool dude.
I kind of like him too. Yeah.
I love watching him like juggling the soccer ball, and they were just trying to demonstrate what the gap is like between a professional athlete and like your average guy playing like in a rec league.
Didn't I hear that he's actually based on a real player?
Wouldn't shock me.
Is that
It wouldn't shock me either.
Just picked one dude in the Japanese league who's been there for like 12 years, just hanging around the Mendoza line.
Well, yeah. I feel like I heard someone say he's based on a player that then quit and is now working at Faku.
Faku?
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Faku too.
What are you talking about now?
It sounds like
Gura
it.
Zeni, the main character.
Wow.
How to get Ryan's attention, mention
Yeah,
Faku.
immediately Ryan perks up.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's what I heard. I heard it's based on a player that used to play professionally, like as a middle player, and then he quit and is now working at Faku.
I might watch Gura Zeni tonight. Now I'm getting excited.
Alright. I gotta head out, but I'm watching y'all.
Alright. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is what happened.
I don't know about the greatest show.
Congratulations.
Hey, Cat.
Huh. That fucking show. How many times did he make that weird ass noise?
I don't know, but Bruce Lee throws some pretty nice kicks.
He does, but he makes some weird noises while he does.
I love it.
It was interesting. It was fun.
I think I could go on like a Bruce Lee tear and just watch like 15 movies back to back.
Well, but he only has 4, right? So good luck with that.
No, he's got more than 4. They're just some of them some of them aren't just not very well known. Of course, he was only like 35 when he died, so.
Well, because I know he has 4 big ones, like we looked up, and then there's a bunch of rip-offs where like they have a tiny bit of footage of him, like after he died, and they're like, shit, we gotta milk this.
That's so sad. They're just fucking disrespecting him.
There's a show next season about girls playing badminton in leotards. Wow.
That show is gonna be amazing.
We'll see.
Dude, stop it.
No, it really is though. Like you should look at the animation.
Full of shit.
Look at the PV. The PV
I
looks
don't even
insane.
think. Listen, I don't even look at it.
You do need to look at it because you're gonna be like, holy shit, those girls are hot.
No, listen to me, okay? I don't even think BCom is serious about what's coming out of his mouth anymore. I just think he's just trolling all of us.
You're fucking trolling.
Alright, I'm not trolling as much as I was with Horse Girls Pretty Derby, which was a pretty huge troll. But no, this show I have high hopes.
Wait, you were trolling? He trolls too hard.
It's okay.
No, like,
BCom takes trolling to a different level.
Serious. And then he's like, oh, I was fucking with you all along. And it's like, no, it's not funny anymore.
I fucked with you.
I guess I wasn't really trolling until I watched the first couple episodes and I was like, oh crap, it's actually not that great.
That's what I really thought.
So then you just gotta commit to it. You'd be like, wait, this is actually an allegory, and then pick something.
Well, see, it's like, you know, I need to rewrite history. What can I do? I can pretend I was trolling all the fucking time.
You caught me at my game.
Oh no. The show I'd like really.
I need you to not troll when you watch Idol 7.
I will not troll. I will tell the truth. And
I'm
the truth,
excited to hear what he has to say about Idolish 7.
We'll
oh no! Oh no!
I'm more excited to see what Sue has to say about Idolmaster.
Honestly, like, I think that I will probably like it as much as Ainara.
It says,
Um,
don't wake him.
but we'll see.
Whatever. We've killed everything
Sounds good.
If you cares about that, there's a Zoids show next season.
See, this is why I never buy avocados. What the fuck did I just put in my mouth?
I don't know, but it'll
bad in like 5 hours.
essentially oil.
Like, I just bought this a couple days ago. It's perfect ripeness. I go to eat it, it tastes spoiled. Bullshit.
Rip.
And avocados are expensive too.
I know! This is why I never buy them, because I'm like, well, I want to eat it. Like, I guess I'll try again. No, once again. Midwest produce fucks me over.
Isn't like half the food in the country made grown in the Midwest?
Well, some like
avocados.
Like, yeah, not like fruit, like avocados. We are
Remember,
lacking in
guys,
good fruit.
millennials would rather buy avocados and put it on toast than buy homes.
Apparently.
Yes, because avocados are so much more expensive than a home.
Yeah, but getting a home means you have to move out of your parents' house.
Yeah, and who wants to do that, honestly?
When I heard that the average age of millennial moves out of their parents' house was 29, I almost threw up.
Oh, it's gone up? I thought it was 26.
I heard it was 29, and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Jesus.
Oh,
Too late, we're China already.
Yeah, why don't they just join a cult and move to Australia like a real person?
That's like a real man. That's a third of your fucking adult life.
Hold on. To be fair,
The tunnels
like
I'm seeing in
college,
the walls up here show signs of
like
recent
when you're living in the
dragon
dorms and
We
stuff,
already killed that dragon.
technically not
you then?
considered having a
How'd that go?
by those stats.
I don't really know what the stat is measuring exactly.
So that raises the on average stat, quite a bit.
I get really tired of people assuming that college kids are living with their parents. It's like, come on. Just because you're in college does not mean your parents are helping you.
Yeah, I'm living in a high school dorm.
You leveled up, I see.
My guess is
Because
that statistic probably takes into account the kids that graduate from college and move back in with their parents, which is an awful lot of them.
I don't know what percentage. I just know I'm tired of seeing census people assume that if you're in college, that means that you're dependent on your parents. That's not
Well, you pretty much are.
Yeah.
No, you're
Well,
not.
not everyone is. Your parents don't have to help you.
Like, are you
See,
high? Like,
but,
I
like-
paid for my own college.
Yeah.
Well, like it's still this prevalent mentality. Like there was a guy at my work. He was like, "Oh, do you have kids?" And I'm like, "I'm 19." He's all like, "Oh, why are you working at Amazon? Like you're so young. Shouldn't you still be with mom and dad?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, don't you know you're a millennial? You need to not take care of yourself.
I'm not even a millennial. Jeez, I'm a Gen Z.
Skip it.
I don't care what the stats say. A millennial is somebody born in 2000 and after.
That's not true at all. That's like 0% true.
That's my definition.
It started in like 1984.
Yeah, they can say whatever they can say whatever they want.
What? What are you talking about? Are you high?
I think a
I think
millennial.
you're high.
I think a millennial means people that are an adult in the 2000s.
No. Well, no, it means that you were growing up during the year 2000.
Does anybody know the actual date range?
It's like
I don't know. I think it's like 1984. Or
Okay,
something.
I know it because I'm smack dab in the middle. So I believe that it's from like 1981 or 2 to like 2000, something like that.
If only someone could type this in Google.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know.
Because I was born in 1991, and I'm like right in the middle.
You were born.
Apparently, it's like not set in stone. What a millennial.
Yeah, it really isn't. It's very
What
like
did you
fluid.
find, Brains? I have one too. I have one also.
It says 1977 to 1992.
Oh my god, it got even further back.
That is bullshit. That is bullshit.
That isn't even true though.
That's not true.
The 72. That's
I'm
like,
posting a screen cap right now. I already found it.
Thank you, Mitz.
so there's 46-year-old millennials.
You guys aren't even close.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's not true.
1982 to 2004.
Exactly. That's about right.
That sounds better.
So
Yeah.
what the hell are the kids now then?
They're on like
They're Gen Z.
They're on like
Gen Z.
Generation Z now, I think, or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, we're gonna go to Gene 1 soon or something, I don't know. We've run out of letters.
Probably.
Gene Alpha.
So I don't know if I should be happy or sad that I'm a millennial.
I'd be sad.
I've had those feelings. I've decided to embrace it. And
But
just
I'm
be
on
like,
the old end. Like I'm like only 3 years a millennial.
Listen, like a lot of the things people like are bitching about the millennials about aren't even the millennials. That's the thing. A lot of people are like,
what do people bitch?
A lot of people are like the Tide Pods and shit. That's the millennials. It's not. It's actually
Gen Z.
The Tide Pods.
What the fuck was the deal? Okay, can somebody please explain what the hell the deal was with the Tide Pods?
People ate Tide Pods.
Somebody on 4chan.
It was the damn Tide Pods the whole time.
It's like,
That's
like back in the day, Mitts, like
dead people to do it.
Before everybody could tube everything right, back in the day there was this thing that 4chan created called Triforce. You would Triforce your computer. It would make it run like 10 times better and use a 10-year-old computer to play today's game.
Bullshit.
It often involved running a magnet along your computer.
Yeah.
But back in the day, before people had cell phones and cameras on every fucking thing, people did that shit.
Are these
Just like they ate fucking Tide Pods.
It wasn't there something else? Is this the same person that like put their They put their iPad in the microwave or something? What was that?
Yeah, it's the same retards that made that.
People were, or was it their iPhones? Put your iPhone in the microwave to recharge the battery or something?
It's the same retards for both. It's like these people believe whatever they read on the internet. So...
Well, no, it's not that they believe that it's good. I think it's like almost a weird like, let's see what happens to me because I hate life type thing.
You better watch out. You can't use it anymore.
Can't use what anymore?
I can't say it.
Oh, do it then. Just get banned from the internet or something.
Well, tell Golden Kamui that.
I want to say for the record. I do really want to say for the record, though, like my parents didn't make or weren't like poor exactly, but they still couldn't afford to help pay my bills. So even if I hadn't been the type of person where I was like, oh, I need to pay my bills, like my parents really couldn't afford to help anybody. So like the idea that people have and that the government has that parents are able to help these children, you know, or not children, but like new adults set up their lives, like that's gone. Like that was gone a long time ago.
Well, wait a second. So the statement was. Now, I'm a little not sober right now, but the statement was that parents support their kids in college, right? Was the statement? And I presume that means like kids that enter college at the normal like 17, 18 to 20 type range.
Yeah, I didn't have that support.
But when did you enter?
A lot of people that I know didn't have that support. Try everybody in the army.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. You entered college at what point?
So I entered college at technically
8.
8.
18. Oh, 18. Because, like, I think that statistic is just talking about kids that are actually enrolled in college, not just people that are of the college age, right?
Well,
because it's like if a kid's gonna have 20 grand to enter college or whatever, even 5 grand, then probably they're getting it from their parents, I would think.
All gone after a year anyways.
Or they can't. Okay, there's also a lot of kids who, like, their parents refuse to help them get through college. Like, and you have to have your parents fill out the financial aid paperwork. They don't have to, legally, by law, fill it out. And if they don't fill it out, you're fucked.
Is there even a website that, like, has it? Because I actually don't know the statistic, but I'm kind of curious about it.
It probably is. I don't know where to look, though.
Because there's, I mean, I don't even know what they're who they're talking about, because that statement's too vague to even understand, like, the group of people they're analyzing.
Well, that's what I was saying though. Like they consider you not moved out of your parents' house if you're at a dorm at college because like and it's retarded because it's the same shit where the Department of Education's like, oh yeah, we can only loan you about 3/4 of your tuition because you have parents that have money.
Yeah, no, because like when I was in the dorms, like I was considered quote unquote living with my parents, but like my parents were helping me pay for college. Like I was paying for my own college, and like they didn't even fill out financial aid paperwork. So like it's really unfair that they get to take a tax break and be like, oh yeah, she's living with us when they're not supporting me whatsoever. Like there's some jank shit that goes on with that.
I mean, but like, okay, so like that might be true. I don't really know like what the rules are or whatever. They might be different by state or whatever. I don't know. But like the statistic, whatever, it's fine. The statistic was that millennials don't move out on average until 29, right?
Yes, but everybody.
So like that.
God, it was just 26 a few years ago too. I swear.
I know, but like my point is that like the normal college graduation age is 22. Even if you entered late, like let's just call it, let's just say you didn't start till you were 20 for some reason. So that puts you at 24. So that still implies that most of them are like either moving home after or never left. Because if 29 is the average, the standard deviation is only going to be like a couple of years, right? So yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're right. There are people who are still living off their parents.
It's got to be a lot of them.
But there's
Yeah,
also
'cause
a lot
they
of
don't have
people
any
who are
fucking money.
stuck in the middle, and it's
Yeah.
not fair to make a standard where like the people in the middle who are stuck and are not being supported by their parents then fall through the cracks, right? Like you've still got to have some support there for them. I don't know how they would finagle it, but I'm sure there's a way.
It's not even that they're just like being completely supported. It's just that they can't afford a home or an apartment on whatever money they make or don't make.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I wonder if that statistic is going to like drop in the. I wonder if the average age will drop because the unemployment rate has been going down every quarter.
It's a very unreliable employment rate number, I feel.
Yeah, well, actually, I
Why
just
do you
listened
say
to
that?
a whole podcast about the unemployment rate, and they were saying that this is one of the first times where the unemployment rate continues to go down, but the average wage has not gone up hardly at all.
Yeah, like I'm an engineer and I'm having trouble finding a job that wants to pay more than $40,000 a year. Where I'm better off on unemployment because I'll get just about that much not working.
Yeah, and economists are really confused as to why wages are not going up, because historically when unemployment goes down like this, then wages will go up, and they're really not quite sure why.
Have economists heard of Republicans before?
Economists have heard of capitalism.
I mean, that's really what the answer is, but that's not scientific enough, right? Like, they gotta find a more scientific answer. But,
Well, yeah, I mean, like, the biggest problem really is that skilled labor wages haven't been going up. Like, I'm not even talking like a minimum wage. Like, skilled labor have not progressed at the same rate that they have historically, and that's what's like everybody's confused, and it's because basically these corporations created a job market where they required skilled labor, required degree, certification to get it, but now that they're finally starting to get all the ones that they want, there is an overabundance of supply, so they don't have to pay as much to get what they need. And so, like, we're in a supply-demand, what the fuck is it called? Mitz, you should know this term. Get out of here, boy.
I zoned out. What are you talking about?
It's a supply and demand disparity, right?
Equilibrium?
There's too many skilled workers for too few jobs.
well,
And, like,
no,
a lot of
that's not the way it's going though, because unemployment is down. So like there is demand for people.
Yeah, I don't really think that.
Right.
But that might be. It could be that unemployment is down over generally, but in that specific industry that Brains is talking about, it could be different.
Your father is right, boy. You are far from
But yes.
How would you be so
Well, but across the board, they're finding that unemployment rate is going down, but wages are not going up. So like this is not just a one industry thing.
No, I'm not even talking about the wages. I was just gonna say that I don't know how accurate the statistics are on unemployment or whatever. I'm just saying that I assume they measure them generally the same way every time. So like if the unemployment rate's dropping, that means there are less unemployed people, which means the millennials are probably getting jobs and moving out of houses.
Well, but the problem is those jobs that millennials are getting are not paying as much as like a person usually would expect, and so then they're not making enough that they can comfortably live like in their own house. At least some of them.
House, more like apartment.
What I was saying, like basically that unemployment's going down because there's enough skilled labor to meet the demand. When unemployment is high, it's because there's enough skilled labor to meet the demand. It's just that there's now more demand, so thus more people have jobs, right? The reason the wages aren't going up is because they don't have to push to find workers. They don't have to be competitive. Not saying like a company doesn't have to be competitive in general, right? But they like see wage spikes because companies feel the need to be competitive. Like a couple of years ago, for instance, the fast food restaurants in the town I live in now had one of those situations where there weren't enough workers to work at all the fast food restaurants. So all the fast food resturants had to start paying $10.50 an hour because no fucking college student with, 2 years in on the degree and some marketable skills is gonna go work at fucking McDonald's for $7.25. So they had
Well, I did hear.
$10.50 starting.
I think this conversation might defy everything I know about economics, but I'm not quite sure.
I did hear that they think that the reason that the unemployment rate is going down when wages are not going up is because there were a lot of people who just gave up on finding a job after the Great Recession, and they're still there and they still could get a job, but like they're not counted on those numbers, and so a lot of people think that's why that situation is occurring.
But the percentage is the percentage, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying like there might be other things going into that we're not seeing.
I don't think that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, they always talk about underemployment, right?
I was just thinking that I was confused about what Brain was saying too. So, I don't know.
Am I really not? Are you? Am I really not making any sense?
And when the
Not
bridge opens,
not entirely, because like to me, and I'm very high right now, but like to me, it's like if unemployment rates are dropping, then there is less supply of labor in the pool to support the industries. Then, in theory, because the supply has dropped, then the wages and the salaries of people have to go up to be more competitive and to get more people to apply for jobs and whatnot. So it doesn't make sense to me that the supply of labor drops, but the wages don't go up.
That's what I was just saying. Like,
And it
that
doesn't
is
matter.
occurring and people don't understand quite why yet.
And I can't, I don't think there's any kind of like logic or explanation that really can explain that. Like, I think that's basic supply and demand, and the price that results from demand drop. So like, I think that defies like economic principle.
Well, something's going on to mess with it, is what a lot of people are pointing out, basically.
Boy,
I'm here.
stay still.
Hold on.
Probably
I'm very
lobbying by super rich people.
Yeah, that's what
I'm very interested in what the
You
answer
will
is.
listen to me and not speak a word. I am your father, and you, boy, are not yourself.
But I would also look at like the GDP and stuff of the United States, because just because there's more people working, or maybe they're not working enough to move the needle, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We work pretty much the longest hours in the world, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah, we do.
I think you're right. I think you're probably right about that.
I think, isn't Japan the only country that overtakes us for hours?
So like,
Japan and,
Japan, like officially no, but like unofficially yes. Like, if that makes sense.
I like that.
Like, they don't report all the extra hours their employees do. At least that's what like you always hear,
Gotcha.
which is really scary.
Average work week.
See, I just assumed that like in this period of historically low unemployment, or getting to that point, that like for example, if I were to start looking for another job, that it would be much easier for me to find one now as opposed to when I graduated from college and got a job when the unemployment rate was like 9%, right? So like, to my credit, like the unemployment rate was at its peak when I graduated from school.
It looks like the United States is 17 out of 38 countries in terms of average hour work.
Oh my God.
Number one.
No, you gotta do like a top 5 count. Mexico.
Oh, yeah. So the top 5 is Chile at 5, Greece at 4, Korea at 3, Costa Rica at 2, and Mexico at 1.
Did you say Greece?
Yeah.
Didn't they just go on like a
Are you sure about that?
Like half the country wasn't working.
That's what they. That's what they're. Yeah, that's what they're
Hmm.
saying.
Well,
It's OECD,
yeah.
Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development.
Yeah. Yeah, that's legit. I don't know. It just surprises me. But you know, can't really claim to know a lot about that in general, though. So I guess it's just nice to learn something.
Like Germany and
Yeah.
the Netherlands are like 37 and 38.
That's from like six or well, it's a little more than 6 months ago now, but I think it's still pretty accurate. I don't know.
I mean, it's a thing.
Has the inflation rate been rising?
Like ours?
Because I think the reason that the unemployment rate even matters is because when unemployment drops, the number of dollars being pumped into the financial system increases, which causes inflation usually, and it's the inflation that makes the wages go up. But let's see if there's something caused. Maybe the unemployment rate is down, but inflation is not up. You know, so I'm gonna look at that because that could be.
Oh, Jesus, inflation was low in 2015.
Yeah, the economy was like in the toilet. Let me see here.
2.54%, I think, is the projected. Before that, for this year, and then like before that, it looks like it was 2.14.
Can you post your link?
Yeah, I can. This might not even be a good link. I
Oh.
shouldn't be doing this shit. This should be, but just trying to Google foo it. This definitely is not my area of expertise.
Oh, let me take a look.
Where'd everybody else go?
There's a lot of financial talk and it threw people off.
We're all dead.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
everybody's still here.
Wow, it's cold.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was curious because I only heard like the three of you talking this entire time.
I'm literally playing visual novels while listening.
Yep.
Yeah, so the inflation rate is going up. So
Far from here. For 1,000
Yeah,
mortal
but is that
lifetimes,
enough
the
to
bridge
keep
keeper kept the
wages
living out
down?
of this place. But now that
Like
you've ripped his
wages
heart
go
out,
up?
here we are.
what I would like to do, and I don't
It all
have
comes
the
around.
motivation or the like dexterity right now to do this, but like I would like to lay the average wages, the unemployment rate, and these all on top of each other on the same chart and see how they relate to each other. But I'm way too high to fucking do that in Excel right now. There's no way. It's not happening. Because like it could be that if you like go, because like the answer to that question, I think it's a good question, by the way. To answer that question, you'd have to look at like the last 20 years of the inflation rate and the unemployment rate or whatever, and to see if like an inflation rate of 2% has moved the needle historically for wages. You know, because if it's like if it's always made them go up before, but now for some reason it's not, then I would call it weird. But if you go back and check an average of the last like 10 quarters or whatever, and the inflation rate's about the same and wages haven't been going up, then I'm like, well, maybe this isn't so strange. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The Bloomberg article seems to think some of it has to do with, which would make sense, I guess, right? The bargaining power of the workers. We have seen unions dismantled over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying that we're like the greatest thing in the world because I work with construction workers from time to time, and they are.
Oh, they can be corrupt as. Yeah, they can be corrupt as fuck sometimes, but sometimes there's necessary evils.
Like somebody has to want you to get fired. So if you're a piece of shit, but everybody likes you, guess what? You're making top dollar. You still have a job.
Not here.
So I mean,
We must keep moving.
That's why a lot of people are leaving unions to go to merit-based shops because they're tired of getting paid the same or less than somebody who's not as good at their job.
You know, speaking of unemployment, can we talk for a minute about how fucking bullshit the unemployment benefits are in the United States?
What do you mean?
Like when you lose your job, you get laid off, you can apply for unemployment, which is like what I did when I got laid off from the law firm I used to work at. And I collected unemployment for like 2 months. And but like the amount Florida gives you for somebody in my like pay area is only $250 a week. And I'm like, no one can fucking live on $250 a week. That isn't even remotely close to what I normally make. How can you give me this? Like, it's crazy.
Well, that's the whole idea behind. We need to give them the bare minimum, so they'll keep trying to find a job, right?
It had better be.
I actually think it might have been less than $250 a week.
Yep, that sounds about right. No, I feel like that's the whole idea behind the Republican idea that like, if we give them almost nothing, then they'll be more spurred to go get a job. That's what's behind it.
That might be true. You know, like it might spur them to go look for jobs more. But just because people are looking doesn't mean they can get them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
They've done studies over it. From my understanding, I don't think that the lower amount helps. I think what it is an average amount helps, but
that makes sense.
In general, you don't see that much use of that system.
Exactly.
Hold on, is it really a fixed amount?
Yes.
No, it depends on. At least in Florida, it depends on how much you were making per month.
They have brackets, and then it's a fixed amount based on your bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. From what I understand here, it's basically a percentage of what your previous salary.
I don't qualify for unemployment because my last employment was in another country.
I thought you just said you were on unemployment.
No, if I did qualify, I would make more. That's why I had to get. That's why I had to get a. Yeah.
Here we go. Check it out. I found it. Check the link. So
like if I did qualify for unemployment on my last by my last job and wage, then yeah, I would be making more than what companies are offering me.
So every state.
Oh, they increased it in Iowa.
Every state has a maximum weekly benefit you can collect, and it goes up on a sliding scale. So my only comment was like, if you look at most of these states, like look at Florida, $275. Florida's $275. That's like one of the lowest in the whole country. Arizona's lower.
447 individual, 548 dependent.
See, like 447 sounds a lot more reasonable than 275.
Well, mine was $390, so I'm lower than Iowa, but not lower than Florida.
God, California only gives.
Massachusetts has the highest one.
Yeah, see, check this out. This is fucking bullshit. So the two most expensive states in the country to live in are Massachusetts and California, right? So, but look how much Massachusetts gives for unemployment. $742, and that's because it costs $1 bajillion to live there, right? But then look at California. They don't give shit. They're like, we don't give a fuck.
They give $3 more than Iowa.
Yeah. and I'm from Minnesota, and they get $683, and Minnesota's not an expensive place to live.
I like Minnesota.
So I love how Massachusetts is like, we'll give you 700 and something plus $25 per child.
That's how much it costs per child.
Here's this $25 for your child. Like, well, no, the 700 part is really pretty good, but the thing per child, like the $25 per child, is just funny to me.
Why did they even
like,
put that in there?
I know, because it's like $25 isn't really going to help you that much. Like, here you go.
So the 740
bucks of macaroni. But the worst thing about Florida is that it is also the lowest amount of max weeks in the country too.
Is it really?
12 max weeks.
You gotta be fucking me. Oh my god. Dude, like, look at this. Massachusetts, if you multiply out the weekly max weekly benefit, it's almost a $40,000 salary they're paying. Which is like,
pretty much.
But then if you look at Florida, I fucking hate you, Florida. Florida is puts you at like at $14,000. And they pay
wait.
And they pay the lowest week.
If it makes you feel any better, North Carolina has just as long max weeks as you, but they pay out at $350 a week.
That's a lot more. Oh my god.
So basically, Mitch, leave Florida. Get the fuck out of there.
See what I'm saying?
West
Florida
Virginia gives you $424 a week.
God.
I guess don't get fired.
No, if you get fired, you don't get unemployment benefits.
Yeah.
Unemployment is just for people who get laid off.
Because every state is now a no-fault state, so they don't have to explain why they fired you.
Yep.
They only have to explain it if they don't want you to, if they don't want you to collect unemployment. And so if they don't want you to collect unemployment, all they have to do is say normal things that they're like, oh, well, exceeded this policy that says you can't be tardy 3 times.
Well, or they could just say, I didn't like her haircut. So, really, because that's what really at will means.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is, at will, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
my company emphasizes that a lot.
At will employment is ridiculous.
Why don't you guys have unions again?
Most industries in the U.S. don't have unions.
Yeah, it sounds retarded.
Well, we used to, but then companies decided to lobby to get them taken away, and they started calling it like right to work laws, which really just meant like the right to work without a union, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, but here's the thing: unions can be just a thing anyway. It's like a group of people that disagree with your company.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the power of the companies over the power of the people is so much more disproportionate in the United States because we let it happen.
Yeah, but I see what he's saying though, right? Because like, let's say my corporate building has 2,000 people in it, right? If 800 of them were in this union and just all didn't go to work, the company would be fucked, right? So like, if enough people are all banding together, they have power whether or not it's sanctioned or not. Right?
Could we jam a door open?
I mean, they do, but
they don't.
Everyone, like, who's gonna step their who's gonna step their foot out first? Yeah, who's gonna step their foot out first and be like, sure, I'll join the union. It's all about getting enough people to actually do that, which they won't, because they're like, well, I'm not gonna be the first one fired.
But listen, but it's a lot like my country has a revolution, right? People get desperate when things are bad. When things are bad, people do things they won't normally do. So if a company is treating its employees badly enough and people start to get desperate, they'll start getting together.
Well, but I think what happens right now is instead of people getting desperate enough and starting this revolution and starting a union, basically, they just go to another job. And then someone goes into their job that they just had, not knowing how shitty it is.
Now that could
and
be
then after about 6 months, they're like, well, fuck, this is terrible. And then they also leave. So...
The endless cycle.
I just want to say too, thank you. It's much appreciated what you did.
It may be that, like, that works better in areas where there aren't a lot of other jobs. Like, for example, I know the coal miners had unions in fucking West Virginia where there's no jobs. So maybe it works better when there's not such an available alternative.
Well, the problem is that a lot of the jobs that need unions, like, bad, like, cause again, like you were talking about with like skilled labor, you have marketable skills. You go elsewhere a little bit. Where unions are needed the most is in the lower fields, which now I don't understand economics, but from what I've read, when when the lower skilled, like you know, the blue collar workers make more, the pay rises throughout the economy, right, to compensate. And because you know, inevitably they're going to be having the spending power, right? They're going to be spending a lot of their money, not going to be saving.
You would rather die?
So then what you see, to my understanding, is like worker unions, these like low-level worker unions, blue-collar unions, like the coal miners, your plumbers, your teachers, even really right? Like city official unions, stuff like that. They use their bargaining power for but like the way the laws are written now, anybody can step in and take your job. Like corporations aren't held to try and negotiate with their employees, and I'm not sure exactly how it works all together. But like I think a lot of where unions are needed is in the lower skilled areas. The problem is a lot of corporations is like, fine, fuck you, get out, we'll hire somebody else.
Honestly, I think a lot of like professional corporate jobs could use something like a union too. I don't know like if it would be exactly the same, but I mean a lot of corporate workers get railroaded because they end up working like 70+ hour weeks and they don't get paid anymore.
I would never do that. I would quit immediately. I'm being dead serious. I would not do that.
Well, I mean,
you're like, well, no, I mean he's right though. He went to school, paid, like, did all this studying so he wouldn't have to work hours like that. If he wanted to work hours like that, he'd have been better off working his way up into a fucking construction company.
There are certain industries though where that is just accepted. Like that is what you do for a few years.
It's the mining and oil industry 101.
Well, yeah, just like technically unpaid internships are expected and accepted, but they're illegal according to the Department of Labor.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Because everyone in that industry has just accepted that that's the way it is. Everyone agrees it's shitty, but it still is going on. And so, like, that would benefit from some sort of union or something, just to keep companies from doing that shit. So,
like, I think if you're an intern, you're not supposed to do any actual work. That's
funny.
Hold on, no, that benefits the company for profit unless you are paid. But a lot of companies treat unpaid interns like they're paid workers.
Mm-hmm.
And then dangle that recommendation letter in front of their face. I'll tell you what, I'll go back to working in construction before I work for no money.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that's why I'm saying that there are issues with corporate jobs too, and we should be looking at that some as well. Because I've worked in both, and both are really shitty for their own reasons. So, they both need help. The U.S. just does not take care of their workers. Like, we're really on our own. Like...
You're right. And it's sad. Like, you can't rise in the country because somebody says, you know, like, you can look at, like, the wealth inequality charts of years and you're like, does this make sense? Like, it's like they compare the average salary of the wealthiest, the lowest, and then talk about what the money is getting at.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're actually, if you look historically, if I remember right, we're actually at a rate where a lot of countries could collapse, their economies collapse. We're not at that rate yet. We're heading in that direction, I guess.
Well, yeah, because if you get to a certain level of inequality of your wages, the country just doesn't do very well.
But it's like a lot of the wealthier don't worry.
Yeah.
Kind of weird, but I know why they're not worried about it. It's because they're like, oh well, we'll do it for now.
Well, they're not thinking about it. It's like it. I don't know. I always imagine something like the people in the French Revolution. Like they weren't worried about it until it was too late, right? They weren't thinking like, well, this time next month, like we'll all be dead. They were just like, oh, it's fine. We'll still be on top. Yeah.
Problems.
I lost the conversation. What are we talking about?
Guillotine
A lot
Glover.
of random stuff. Yeah. Now we're talking about the French Revolution.
Oh my! I don't know nothing about that.
We were just kind of like talking about like, you know, when you look at the wealth
Seasoning the
inequality
production.
gaps.
Yeah, wealth inequality.
Yeah, the wealth inequality gaps are so high, and they reach a certain rate, and they're trending in that direction now. But when they, and this is again from a base level business class I took, so don't fucking shred me over this. But like from my understanding of what we were taught in that class, that rate, if we continue on that trend of inequality, the economy will collapse. And it's just
cool.
It's just because, you know, think out, right? So
I love
we were
it.
talking about that, and then Kat was like, well, yeah, and I said, I don't know if they're not worried about it, or if they just think it's going to even out, and Kat's like, I think they're just not worried about it, like the people in the French Revolution.
I don't really
Well,
know.
they didn't see that
That's
coming,
true.
right? Like they weren't like, oh, they're all gonna kill us. Like they just thought, oh, it'll be fine. We'll be on top still.
I don't really know if that's true or not. Like, I'd have a lot of questions to ask about that, but just to defend the United States for a minute, pretty much a large portion of countries in the world have a wealth inequality gap about as large as ours. And I gotta look that up again, but I remember seeing that a couple years ago.
I don't think it's quite as large as ours. I do think most countries in the world have a wealth inequality gap that is substantial, but I think ours is kind of trending to be higher than most.
Out of curiosity, are you interested by that conversation and want to stay in that room? Hello?
Hello?
Are you interested by that conversation and want to stay in that room or no?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okie dokie.
Just listening in.
Alright, if you're having fun, just checking.
Fucking A, give me some simple numbers.
Okay, so Guardian has something like quality.
Is that like 10% top 10% versus bottom 10% index thing, isn't there?
Yeah.
I don't know the name of it. Can't remember. High school was a long time ago.
Gini coefficient. It's been a while since I've fucking worked with that.
The U.S. joins Brazil, Japan, Mexico, and South Africa as countries with inclusive development rankings that fall below their GDP. A sign that their economic growth is not being shared. The U.S. has the largest gap between the two measures.
I didn't realize Japan was screwed as well.
Japan follows us in a lot of our economic problems.
Do you guys
I
have?
don't know if it's...
Do you guys have a website with like good numbers on it? Because I can't find one.
I found this thing on the Atlantic, but I don't really know how great it is yet. I'm trying to find another source just to make sure it's decent.
There's a racial wealth gap on the bright side for low-income housing. That's good. I'm supposed to be happy with that, right?
Sure.
I think what you want is the Gini coefficient. That I think pretty much describes this. I just can't remember if a higher.
According to Fortune.com. I don't know how good a website that is.
She will do.
But the wealth gap in the U.S. is worse than in Russia or Iran.
That seems
It's
bad.
Andrew and Sue. They keep popping in and out. Why?
Give me space to work.
All right, so I think what you want is the Gini coefficient, which if that's what it is, I found it. But this is fucking 4 years old. Can I have anything newer?
Have you had a census since then?
Yeah, like here's one with all the genie stuff in it. Hold
Yeah,
on.
Genie is what you want. World Bank data. There we go. Give me some sexy World Bank data.
And we're just like getting it on over economics, and everyone else is like, I'm gonna go talk about anime.
Pretty much. Oh shoot, did I forget to put like HTTP or whatever?
What a fucking terrible website that is. God damn it. Ah, here we go. Oh, that's such old data. God damn it.
It's pretty old. Like it's about all I could find though.
Well, I think we just had our most recent census.
I can't find like anything newer than 2015.
I did find this thing from the Atlantic, but it's not really that great. Like, yeah, maybe it's just that we haven't done our census in a while. I don't know.
What are we talking about? We did something. Right? Right?
I did it anyway. Hello, JD. I pulled
JD, you're in a flying boat.
I can't wait.
Alright, let's see.
JD, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm just hanging out, playing a video game, enjoying my simple life these days.
Enjoying your Sunday night.
Enjoying my Sunday night. I started watching the Slayers. Life is good.
Life is good.
Yeah.
It is.
Lowest number of viewers, I should be able to find you, right?
What? It's Moosenspiel.
Or Bowling JD on Twitter or Twitch and Mixer.
Here, Mundus, I'll link it in voice chat and on Swaggeters.
Oh, okay.
Or you can click on my name.
No.
No, that's too hard. All right.
Yeah. Did you get the link, Mundus?
Yep.
All right, cool. I'm deleting it.
Okay.
What? Just in case, because you don't want to be called out for self-promotion.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, I didn't put that shit there. You can see who posted it.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Oh, here it is.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
I'm surprised it
Use.
hasn't updated to you being switched to a different chat yet.
Oh no, it hasn't.
Well, it doesn't update automatically.
Oh, okay.
Just watch.
So, how long do you think before they notice we're all gone? And someone hops into the
I think
chat?
they noticed.
I think they noticed, but I don't think they care.
Nah. All economic talk. Whatever. I didn't study economics in school for a fucking reason, so.
There's a reason I'm a scientist. And
Yeah.
not a business
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason why I studied science and not bullshit.
As Cosmo says, you should call yourself a scientist. Alright, fine. I'm a scientist. Not a academician.
Academician?
Economist.
What am I supposed to be doing with this flying boat?
Ooh, an economistician. You're supposed to be directing it to its final destination.
But I'm like, I'm looking for shit here and nothing's happening. I guess maybe I go back. Ah, I gotta do this again.
I have 18 cores again. Nice.
Oh, good job.
That will last me all of 2 days.
I'm about to beat 4-2, I think.
Just rush. Yeah, just run through it. So I can farm 4-3.
Yeah. It's tough though. I have to like protect my squads because they just get torn up.
Really? I just like bulldoze my way through with the support.
Yeah, basically that's what I'm trying to do. Is like so I have to like hide my squad while like go
Stay
kill
with the
everything.
boot. Chesto.
Oh, you finally arrived. Congrats.
I didn't arrive anywhere. Legend. I have a feeling I'm nearing the end of the game.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Oh my god, why did I click on that? No, I missed it.
Oh boy, it's a
If you
it's a
understand
Puzla.
Spanish, this is kind of funny. Wait, everyone's seen Ava, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen it.
All right, I put something in voice chat on Spiders, which I find hilarious. That's not that hilarious.
Just one of those anime people are crazily obsessed with for whatever reason, other than a waifu.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. I just think it's a funny joke.
Stay on the boat.
Muchas gracias, mijo.
Muchas gracias, mijo. Oh, mucho grande. Oh yeah.
Is he gonna start speaking German now?
I could. You want me to?
Hey, Jenny, do you remember when I started playing the the clip of what's his name playing Hitler in that movie, The Downfall, and you started responding to it? Like, do you have any memory of that happening?
You're talking about?
Okay, never mind. I thought so. It's pretty hilarious, though.
Was I not supposed to do that? Was I supposed to do? Oh, yeah. Was. Dude, Tom, are you making fun of me?
To repair so many dolls.
Wait for me there.
So, Sue Mondays, how do you feel about waiting until 2023 to play Final Fantasy VII?
You can play Final Fantasy VII now. What are you talking about?
2023. What the heck? How do you delay a game for that long? Oh my god.
Takes a while to make.
That's crazy to me too. We need to talk about that.
I'm like,
You do realize
what the 2023?
even if we make it back to Midgard, you and Baldur destroyed the
Wait,
only
okay, I need to hold on.
man.
I'm gonna go look at because I feel like this would have been a bigger news story, but I haven't looked at Reddit or anything.
Yeah, I got mine off of Destructoid, so...
Atreus is not your concern.
Let's see.
You might
Go
be
Tommy.
Icarus Storm.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What Dere type am I?
Oh shoot, I gotta find
There's
my
the
chart.
one for emotionless one.
Damn.
I mean, that's the closest, right?
Yeah,
unless you want to be like a what do you call it?
Phew.
Oh, you're under there for some strange reason.
Here, I'm linking the Dairy type.
There's
chart
also
in
the
voice chat.
Dandere, but that's not really you either.
You have to open this in a browser and then zoom in.
Yeah, it's like tiny ass
Hmm.
image.
I mean, you might be an Aho. No, I'm just joking.
That was even worse than what I said.
Do you refer to
think
yourself by saying Boku?
She might actually be a Dandere, funny enough.
Really?
Dandere.
Yeah.
Dandere.
What? Oh
The
yeah.
emotionless type.
Yeah, I think you might be a Dandere actually, but I'm gonna keep looking.
Yeah, same.
Really? I'm emotionless?
No,
You're very low key. You're not like
chill.
Kazuo or something, you know? You're not a cat.
No, Sue. Dandere are quiet sometimes to the point of seeming emotionless.
Yeah.
They're typically
Okay.
just shy, and under the right conditions may actually be friendly and talkative.
Under the right conditions, you might be friendly, Sue.
Wait, so...
But I'm usually friendly.
Well, what were you doing in the previous chat?
I mean, this is true.
Why can't...
And what did you do the moment I brought you into this chat?
I started talking.
Boom shakalaka.
I mean, we all know that Andrew's a Hakase.
I thought I was an Ojo-sama. God
Well, we determined a mix of 3 different things last time we did this.
Oh yeah, we did this in the mod chat, I think, at one point.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Quote of the year, I thought I was an Ojo-sama.
Together now.
Tapping circle with my boy here. Fatherly son bonding with circle pressing.
Tsundere-Modern and Tsundere Classic. I see there's 2 different types.
Yeah, it's kind of necessary.
Escape from Helheim.
I posted something in voice chat and on Spikers. I'm going to post it in general shortly.
I thought I was a no Joe
Oh shit.
Oh!
Hashtag contacts for the voice chat.
Okay, well, do I
Skies.
delete mine?
No, leave it. Context is for the voice chat.
Hold on!
You know what part of me believes?
Cat is definitely a Sato Dairy.
Sato Dairy?
What is a Sato Dere?
Sato Dairy is basically a sadomasochist.
That's all good.
Also A type, B type, and C type now.
Yeah, you gotta have all three.
Yeah. There's also One-sama, A, B, and C type.
I know the characters for the first two. I don't know who the third one is.
The C type?
Yeah, I don't know for that one.
Oh, I forgot what it is.
I know the first two.
Yeah, Sue, I'm pretty sure, Dandere fits you the best out of all of these.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Onesan types, but even those, I'm not like, I don't know.
Do you
I'm
What are you become?
drive fast?
You know, I'm at the very least I'm glad that I give off like that kind of One-san vibe.
Yeah.
Become, what are you? What do you consider
Remember,
yourself?
Do we know what we determined I was, Andrew? I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. Shit.
A Chugokyo.
I think I was like an Emoto B type.
Oh, that's
What the hell
horrifying.
is that?
You have speech traits and other melee traits.
Yeah, see, that's
I don't.
I will free us.
That needs to be a thing on your
Become, you know what
podcast.
you are, right? I think we determined that you are Yamada Nadeshika.
No, that is definitely not what I
Wait, actually, you could be.
Where? Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god, actually, she's not kidding, right? Yamada Nadeshika's our ideal representation of traditional Japanese beauty. You're white. They often participate in traditional art forms. You play the piano and the violin, and use formalities in speech.
Kind of. Not for
That's hot.
And use formalities in speech.
Could be. Just wear Japanese clothing more often.
Huh. There was definitely one that we figured out, though. Hold on, let me think. I'm looking through these.
Hex.
I want to be a Nyandere very badly. Nyandere.
Nyandere.
Oh, there's the big illusion bird.
I'm not really an otaku, though I kind of am. But I'm not crazy like that. I don't know.
Could be.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that Andrew is a Sun Pure, now that I really think about it.
A Sunpure?
Yeah.
I think that's
What is that?
Sun Pure. It comes specifically from that one anime.
Sun Pure are dishonest with themselves, but overtly honest with others. They may act harshly only to confess their problems moments later. Kind, easily fooled, and pure heart. Okay, never mind. This isn't Andrew at all. Damn. I don't know. Maybe I'm a shoujo. That's what I am. Energetic, optimistic, and kind. They may not be as talented as their peers, but their kind hearts often draw in those around. It's only me, guys, right? Oh, there's a whole bunch on the right. Okay.
Hold on.
Could you be a Kamidere?
Yes.
Kamidere. He's too M for that though.
Refer to yourself as a divine being, please.
That's Kazuo.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god, this part kind of
We'll figure
sucks.
out what Darius we are.
What am I? What am I, guys?
Oh, JD? Oh.
What is a man?
I'm pretty sure you're a cool beauty.
A what? A cool dairy?
A cool beauty.
Oh, a cool beauty.
No, I don't know.
No, definitely not.
Actually think about this.
Definitely not with this cat thing happening. He's definitely not cool. Beauty.
My cat thing?
Well, you're not level-headed and or graceful.
No, I'm not graceful. I'm quite clumsy.
Ooh, well, there is one for that.
I'm definitely the guy who, yeah. Well, I'm definitely the guy that would bring the girl through the, what's the word?
You're a dojiko. Dojiko are extremely clumsy. They are often tripping over things and spilling things on others. From jumbled sentences to accidental explosions, their poor coordination knows no bounds.
Oh, I mean, that's a small part of me.
I mean, these are
Over the
character
threshold. There we go.
archetypes.
Over the threshold. I would bang the girl's head on the side of the door by accident. I'd be like, through we go! Bang. Oops.
One of my tanks gets horribly injured every single time. Not even too much.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, I thought I was in a Hinedari that I was. Hinedari have a twisted, often negative view of the world. They're
Oh
often
yes, that's it.
exceedingly sarcastic and critical of others.
Uh-oh.
Actions which contradict this worldview may lead to a shift towards daring. So when you contradict my worldview, I become very daring.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, that was it. That's true. You're the Hinedari. That sounds about right.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh, DualShock battery low. Why is it always when I play God of War?
Type C-type.
Oh yeah, I think that, yeah.
Is that the ara type?
Yeah. I might actually be the One-San C-type.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
But these are all women.
Well, that's the fun part of it all. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
I guess that makes me a hoe.
Letterbot, you are a...
There's no robot girl I can see.
Here we go, you're a...
Can't I just be a Kudari because I have an engineering degree?
You might be an Imeko, Letterbot.
Which one should I be?
I'm looking for you, Mundus, right now.
Oh, Mundus. Ooh, that's an interesting one. He is the Emoto.
How's this thing? How is this boat being steered?
I mean, he might be Emoto C-type if anything. If anything, but I don't think.
I'm literally that bitch in every shoujo anime, man.
Oh my god, he is totally the Emoto C-type.
He is!
Highly capable.
I see.
He often supports his sister figure. And he's not always your buddy.
Why are we literally all just otaku?
Well, no, there's no fun in just saying that. That's boring. God damn it. Why would you do that?
But like, you have to be a crossbreed of some kind, apparently.
Oh my god, ow, 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 ow. Why am I stun locked?
Because you're stuck here forever.
That was ridiculous.
As the only
Did I
person
die?
currently playing
Did I just
Visual
die?
Novel while talking,
I think I just died.
I think I'm here to you.
Yep, I just died. Why did I die?
Why are you still talking is a better question.
Oh, alright. I'm sorry. Apologize.
Oh my god, he totally is the Ime Dere. Is it not Ime? Sorry, is it Ime Dere or Imeko?
Imeko.
Yeah, you're totally the Imeko Letterbot.
Maybe I'm just. I thought that would just make me. What is it? The one that I'm trying to think of the comedy duo. The one that's the straight man.
I don't know. It's right next to Ime Dere.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I know. My harsh comebacks are harsh. Okay.
Oh, EJ Meko. Okay.
Oh, is it EJ Meko? Okay, I think the thing is so pixelated.
No, I'm trying to find the one that's always making harsh comebacks, but I can't see it. Shit, shout is shit.
Who's the Chunibyo on the server?
Calm down, my right arm.
Could be salty.
Oh god. I feel like salty is just the Aho type.
Pretty accurate.
Alright, I'm gonna attempt 4-3 now.
Alright, so what
What?
dairy type is... Alright, what dairy type is cat, you said? Sato dairy? So what type do you think Brains is? What is Brains' dairy type?
Oh, that is a really good question. I think he is probably the Bokuko. Oh, wait, hold on. No, wait, there's another one. He is the... where is it? Oreko. Oreko are highly masculine. They refer to themselves using ore. They often have ideals about manliness and fighting their body.
Yeah.
No, you're the Ijimiko. We've already decided what about it.
Oh shit.
We need to lose that harpoon.
Alright, so that leaves Mitz. Mitz is...
Well, I've read Common Sense by Duke's daughter, so it fits right.
Is it one that thinks that's like better than you?
No, that's the... Hime dairy.
That's not clear.
Oh my god, actually Miss might be a Hime dairy. Shit, he is.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Wait. He is.
Oh god, I want to say something, but I don't think we should.
Yeah, you're good. Oh, I need to survive this one.
What happens when Uji comes up? Oh god, I can't even say this.
Oh, half my boat's gone now.
Ujimeko and Kimoiko. It's halfway between that, because that's something like me, it's like... I'm a weirdo that always does bad things that other people think are wrong, and then I get standoffish about it. I don't know, I'm confused.
I'm pretty sure you're just an Ijimeko, it's okay, buddy.
Okay.
I'm gonna reduce you to one base dairy, like I reduced like we reduced ourselves to.
I'm not happy about them. But I guess that's in character. Whatever I do is evidence to the fact that I am one. No!
It's
the Catch-22.
Atreus is literally watching Kratos beat the shit out of him.
Brains may also be a Donkan.
Bad at reading the
Oh,
situation.
in other words, a retard.
Bad at reading moods and emotions, Duncan are unable or willing to acknowledge another character's feelings, and Duncan might laugh at a face.
Has an emotional IQ of 0.
Mistaken it for a joke. Yeah, maybe.
Can't read the mood.
Oh yeah, we know which one Mason is.
I forget which one.
Oh yeah?
Hara Peko Chara.
Oh yeah, extremely food oriented.
Yeah.
Food dairy, basically.
Can consume absurd
Food
amounts of
sexual.
Secret chamber of Odin.
very on point.
As long as we didn't run our way back.
Stop playing video. This is serious.
Dude. I go through door 1 or door 2? Can I go through door 2? I can.
Isn't a Nisei Toshi basically just a legal lolly?
I think this is where Odin brought all of his stories about Jotunheim.
Jotunheim.
Lolly Baba or something. Or
Because
some
it's
shit.
basically just a legal lolly, isn't it?
So here it is. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's
if you live in Australia, it's just
sometimes
illegal.
centuries older than they appear.
Just because.
I swear she's 1,000 years old.
I swear, man. I swear, Mom, she's 1,000 years old.
You know
Take
what,
her back to the grade school.
Brains might be a dairy soon.
Wait, is there?
I just made it up. He's like the
Wow.
reverse of a tsundere.
He's nice until he talks to him and then he's an asshole. Oh, he's just like a Haragura though.
I mean, Haruka is similar
It's just a
to that, where
Haragura.
it's like two personalities, basically, like very cute and innocent in public, and then like an asshole with a dark personality.
He's not two-faced. He's definitely not two-faced.
I'm like the girl from Lucky Star, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Lucky Channel and Lucky Star.
Holy crap.
How strong is my strong? There. Order.
Well, we flip that then.
Go forth, support squad. You can
Girly boy.
Go suicide for me. Die so I don't have to.
Yeah.
King, my max strength is 6 out of 626.
Damn.
So yeah, if you get stuck, just use my squad.
I think I am using your squad right now, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, your 416 is like level 58, like the last time you updated. Damn.
Yeah.
You know who Mandy is, right?
Otaku.
I was gonna say Cool Beauty.
Oh, awesome.
What did we decide for Enzo?
Oh. God. Kawaii-ko? I don't know.
Have we decided one for Mitsugi and?
Yeah, we did. It was he made
Mitsugi made that,
I guess so. If wealth equals muscleness.
This is Odin's. I'd recognize his atrocious taste anywhere.
Am I entering Odin's bedchamber? Where all of his naughty, godlike giant
Enzo
urges
wants to
happen?
think that he's an Eroina, but in actuality, he's more of like that childhood friend, probably.
He always
Wait, who?
has his reasons.
Enzo.
He's a what?
You know the Eroina, like those characters?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what Enzo thinks he is. But in actuality, he's just like the childhood friend type.
Look, clearly that's Tyr. Traveling somehow. Perhaps magically.
There's like 2 childhood friend types on this list.
Wait, there's the Osana Najimi.
I'm afraid that
And
is
then,
none too clear.
Oh,
where's the other one?
Nah, I think I'm stupid in mine.
Symbols from different lands. They mean war. Aye.
I'm not stupid, you're stupid.
Too well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Damn, now we just need a Haji Dere.
They are jewels.
Wait, Hajidere.
No doubt
Hinata from Naruto.
It has to be. Astrophysics has to be. I can say.
You may even pass out from embarrassment.
Oh, that's easy. That's editing.
Wait.
He's not that embarrassed.
What is that?
I mean, you've seen her sometimes. She gets super embarrassed.
I guess, but not like that.
Well, yeah, but no
I
one,
think we
no
have a
one
lot
gets
of
like.
Hajidere on the server, because they are never in voice chat.
We need like someone needs to edit this chart with all the names of all the people
Don't you see, brother?
on the
Odin
things.
never gave up hope, and neither should we. He knew
But that
there
sounds
was
like work,
a
so I won't do it.
We are the ones who found it.
Okay, I found a
These
better
are
version of that
the
image
key
for
to
some reason.
Tears kept hidden. I don't know where
Is it not
what we'll
JPEG'd?
find, but it's a
No, it
path.
links to an imager, and then you can click on it. It actually is readable.
Well, you can zoom in on this one.
Yeah, but for some reason when I zoom in, it becomes all pixelated.
Oh, well,
That symbol
it's
on the
it's the
temple.
same image as far as I
It's
can
a
tell.
bunch of runes together.
It is, but it's a better
Peace,
quality version of that
unity,
image.
Hope.
But
other
like
things
the
too.
pixelation is even the same for me.
No, but open the link. Open the
After
actual link.
Jotunheim.
Literally side by side comparing them.
Oh, never mind. That's weird. Maybe because I opened the image directly.
Like Reddit and Imgur are like the same image engine anyway, so
Okay, Ijimiko, I get it. Shit. God damn, I was trying to be nice.
God. You're trying to backpedal a bit, and I just cut you down. I'm sorry.
No, I literally said, oh, I didn't click on the link. I clicked on the image itself. Oops.
Ah, that would have done it, yes.
You did not see me with
And I
someone.
opened the image itself in the thing, and that was bad quality because it doesn't use the same
It's
processing power.
It's the version for ants, obviously.
Can we go?
Yes.
Yes. Very well.
So Icy Rose is.
Ooh. Is Atreus feeling bad for Daddy-O?
Right, let's get back to Midgard and see about
Oh.
making that key.
What an interesting turn of events. Right after he became a little bitch.
I just made a flail out of my headphones. I'm really starting to fit the stereotype.
Let's see. Hey, V-Villa JD. What's up?
We're trying to stereotype each other.
Ooh, V-Villa JD, what stereotype are you?
What?
That's the correct response.
I honestly, no, I was putting my phone on speaker. All I heard was time to argue.
What? No, what kind of dare are you?
I thought you said something about argue.
Moosebedheim.
I get angry for no reason, so I guess it's Sunday.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Arkham.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking of one for you.
Nine.
Let's see.
He's a pure shoujo, can't you tell?
So why's the cat split?
Why did you not tell
Oh, they're talking about economics.
Freya?
He is.
I don't know if they're actually still talking
Every
about
time I
economics,
hear
but
it,
it's very likely that they
obviously
still
I
are.
know it. When I think about
Or they're shit talking us for going into a different chat.
Also possible.
Yes,
Probably
lad.
ended a long time ago.
Freya.
How's that, brother?
Then again, if they're on the subject of economics, they still could be going.
Baldur
They
is
more
blessed
likely
with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
Wait, what is happening?
He is bewitched not to speak of what he knows.
I am? Oh, that's it precisely.
So is everyone else.
Well, that's been short. Since she had my head
Apparently,
in her
I'm a bitch. I
when I
mean,
figured out Baldur's
Emid Nico. Ija Nico.
You just said you figured out Baldur's weakness.
Hey,
Emotional
hey,
C-type.
you didn't read the whole thing. It says may befriend the heroine over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually after they like get beaten up or something, like Vegeta.
Likewise, an instrument of war, of which I'm a
Vegeta's just a pure tsundere.
No, then forget. Even if I wanted to make such an
Oh man.
insignificant
Oh, Petty Party posted this
I'm not
really
gonna
hilarious
cheat my
image.
tools working on something
I think yesterday. It's like characters not seen in. Oh wait, hold on, never mind. I can't talk
Glasses
about it.
Kun.
Keep the layers thick.
Remember Glasses Kun.
Who's a glasses Kun?
That's the point. Remember Glasses Kun. He's in every show, but everyone forgets him.
Shut your mouth. Is that it? Where did you?
I had to get my hands dirty.
There are so many different guys, aren't there?
Oh yeah.
What? You?
There's tons.
You're fine with
I'm
working
trying
on
to think
something
which
with
one
not a
is good
weapon?
for you though.
Interesting. Well, let me know when you figure it out.
I think we need an authentic Japanese person to help us.
Should I be an Italian, bro?
Watch the spine.
No.
Keep your wrist loose.
Okay.
No, you keep your wrist loose. Yeah, I need more heat here.
Coming up.
Be repaired. That's why I can't
You
send
can
them
temper
out.
that
Never
steel
mind.
longer.
You don't need to.
I should pay attention.
Yeah, I forgot to repair some people and it's killing me in this battle right now.
Sanitary.
Oh, you know what? V-Villa JD, you're an Emoto B type.
Never too late to learn.
I don't know what
a trick,
that means.
Is it?
The speech quirks.
Basically means that you give everyone diabetes just by being near them.
You're
What
basically
was
just
that, sorry?
like a Moe girl sister.
No, A type is the one that gives diabetes.
Yeah.
Wait, so what am I?
You're the B type.
The
Which
Moe
is-
girl one.
Why am I that one?
I had to help you this morning.
What was that?
I had to help you this morning.
It's nice to see you together.
Fair enough, I'll accept it then.
But now that we're on your brand looks
Something what broke.
I knew it.
Like the way
I still have no idea what happened with my computer.
It's okay.
I like the new one better.
I literally just think of the A, B, and C type as this is like different stereotypes, but we've slapped a moto on the front. Like,
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Oh, the brothers are back together.
Like,
Dre, you?
A type is just a dere, and B type is just, I don't know.
A Moe dere?
He's just, it's literally just next Moe points. They just speak all into Moe.
So Andrew, what
And
kind of dere
and
are
C
you?
type is just a little bit
Oh,
simp.
I am a. What was it again? Oh, what was I again? Oh, I was an One-san C type.
Which is
Ara, basically.
Crossed with a haka.
That's all I say.